Did you guys see those disgusting ingredients? Yuck. It's gonna cost you. This time it's gonna cost you. Nothing in this world is free.
Is this thing on?
Yeah. Hold on.
Whoa! Transformation.
Sandy, I'm trying to be in a bad mood. What are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
No,
Why are you in a
those
bad
are
mood?
awesome.
Couldn't
the
see what
fuck's
I
your
was
problem?
doing. I couldn't see. Hello. Hello.
I love those.
I
Did you
really
make
enjoy
those?
Good
that.
evening.
Is
No,
that
they
custom?
they were a birthday present when I went to Toronto.
That's awesome.
Yes, they were given to me. Hello, everyone.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello. Yes.
We don't know
I
where
don't know
Jake
what
is.
this accent is, but I'm enjoying it immensely.
I don't know quite. Oh,
This is-
rather-
I don't know if I've ever seen this side of Sandy.
I
This is a
don't
whole
know.
new.
well, yes. And no.
Losing it.
I'm losing it.
This will be like anytime we see the butterfly glasses anywhere, we're like, we are this close to being right on the edge.
I am.
Involuntary
Oh.
psychiatric hold imminent.
Shit, man, I am this close after what's been going on in the scientist wars, and we've got the majority wars. Oh,
I heard that there was like some casualties in this war, but I'm not up to date. So
We can't call John anymore. We can
Oh,
only call him
really?
John now. Yeah.
what are you talking about, John from San Antonio?
Well, you're living on the edge.
what's the town
I
next?
love to live
what's,
on the edge.
What's the town next to San Antonio? Or
Maybe
how
we
about
can call him
John from Texas,
from
or-
SA or John from SA.
or Texas John? You know, there's Texas Paul, there's Tennessee
Yeah.
Brando. Well, what do you think?
It's not the same.
Not the same. Not the same. So what
They're
do you
calling
want?
copyright on things that aren't copyrighted.
I believe
And
the term
I
is
have been-
copywritten.
Are you
I
in trouble?
I don't know.
Copywrote?
Is it that?
Are
Because
you
I
in
always
trouble?
said, I always wonder, is it green
Oh.
lighted or green lit?
Green lot.
Green
Oh,
lighted or
right.
green lit
Copyrighted.
What was going
Or
on with
how
that
about-
picture, by the way, that you
or
started the
gas
show with?
lit?
I don't know. I don't know what that was. No, last week I said if I get $50 in super chats tonight, and look, I just want to be clear, not from everyone, just total.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be one person comes to his $50, but if
Right.
somehow it got up to 50 for moi,
That's
I'm
a funny
prepared to eat a
picture.
peanut butter and pickle sandwich. I've chosen the
Ah.
ingredients. I was very specific about the ingredients. I worked on it. I
I would like
referenced
to say that if the $50 does happen, I will join this.
Oh, well. Okay,
Oh, you
That-
have
But
the
for Letterhack,
ingredients?
don't give me any of the money. You have to give it all to the Letterhack
there
because
you go.
this fucker has no job. Is e-begging?
Actually,
Oh,
that's
he's got
changing.
news.
That's changing. I'm not announcing it publicly yet, but tune into my members only live stream next Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern for an announcement. The Letterhack has gotten bored.
Hey, we got $5 towards it. Thank you, Cynthia. Yahoo!
Now
okay,
wait.
45 left.
That's not for me though.
Oh, I thought it was like for a cumulative.
No.
Oh,
If
Matt,
you get 50
selfish.
bucks, you eat pickle and peanut butter sandwiches. If I get 50 bucks, I eat it.
What
Let's
about-
be serious.
Yeah, but I'm not prepared, Matt. I'm not
That's
prepared.
what I'm saying. This is my challenge.
I've got
If I were you,
pickles.
I wouldn't even do it. Okay, look.
I've actually got leaves in the dehydrator.
If it happens, I'm gonna have to get up and go into the kitchen because unlike Jake, I don't have all the ingredients here on my desk.
That's completely
Yeah,
acceptable.
where the hell
Keep
is
them
Jake?
in a pantry and a refrigerator in a kitchen. I don't know where Jake is. Maybe
Do
he'll
it for
show
the
up.
planet. Okay, Pierre.
Yeah. Okay, so here's
Do it for the planet.
we can talk about that later and get specific.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I heard that there was some bullshit. Like, just from my perspective, right? Like, I log on after a hard day of sleeping in bed all day and doing drugs and playing video games. I log on and I see that there's this fucking, like, there's multiple casualties. We've already got dead bodies all over the place. There's, like, people are making videos. People are making pictures. There's some bullshit going on. So
People have been calling me. People have next to
Were
be
you
a
doxxed?
$1.99. Hold
Is that
on,
what
I'm
happened?
keeping a tally.
Okay. 4801 left.
Oh,
Pinkerbell.
$5 from Pinkerbell. I don't know. I think Matt could probably take Sam in a fight, so y'all should say whatever y'all
Oh,
want. Oh, you mean
boy.
physically? I'm pretty hard to keep down. Oh,
All right. So
$5 from Donald James. Ah, shit,
So
you
it
guys.
seems
99.
like there's in the leftist there's fighting. In the doomosphere, there's fighting. In the science sphere, there's fighting. In
Yeah.
the Twittersphere, there's fighting. That's what I was dealing with today.
I want to reference some of this. Okay, but look, I was getting calls, DMs, and by that I mean one of each, and then an email,
Ooh.
and but all at once. So it felt like a landslide of people saying, "Did you see Majority Report? Are you watching Majority Report?" And I said, "Actually, I have Majority Report on right now, but it's muted because I was
as it should be.
Well, I was just on a call.
Make me spit my soda out.
So I unmute it. And
yeah.
backed it up just a little bit. Oh, great. And now Miss Jen says $4.99. I got to see him eat that shit.
Uh-huh.
Are you keeping a
shit.
tally,
Oh, yeah.
Andrea? Okay.
You better, you fucking bet your goddamn
Should have
butt
brought
I
my
am.
pickles in, but I don't have peanut butter. I don't have
Okay,
peanut
so as
butter.
soon as I turned it on, here's what I heard.
I can't wait to send the Letterhack a cease and desist about John from San Antonio.
So that's what I heard. And I was like, huh? So then I backed it up. Now here's the whole clip. I'll play the whole clip. If I pause it, I think I have to.
Can I
actually,
pause
hold
this
on.
for a second before we play this expanded clip?
Yeah.
This sounds to me, and maybe we should get John from San Antonio on the show sometime, but this sounds to me like slavery. He's not allowed to
Okay.
go on other shows. He's a property of Majority Report Industries. Because
Yeah.
that's not. That
Does
seems
he have
a little.
a contract? Is it
That's why-
written
That's why I
legally?
think, and you'll see, but that's why they default to from San Antonio.
Oh.
Yeah.
How many
And
people live in
here.
San Antonio? How many Johns are in San Antonio?
Well, I mean, we'd have to call him the other John from San Antonio, or number
or
two.
what's
or
what's John spelled backwards?
Yoch.
JOHNHOJ. Yoj.
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 Oh man, we got another $1 from B. Clarity Carlton Martin. Okay, you guys.
Show that picture
Pump the brakes.
of what the sandwich will be again for everybody. What the ingredients will be.
And there's actually going to be a
That
twist.
Andrea made up. Yeah.
This.
Okay. My pickles would have been much better. I should.
Oh,
have shipped them.
Grillos are the bomb.
Grillos are A
Oh.
tier.
So are mine.
What are we up to now? Oh, you mean your personal
17.98.
pickles?
Yes.
Oh,
I
well, that'd
make
be
lots of personal pickles. My personal pickles. I'm growing new ones. Only they're tiny, weeny little pickles.
I like the small ones. They're good.
No, they're not even growing yet because we've had
It's from our
weather
own business.
whiplash.
Sorry.
We've had weather whiplash. It's been insane. It's been freezing here. It went hot and freezing. Freezing.
I saw that. It
It's
was
just
very cold.
insane. It was freezing. I had the freaking heat on, and all the plants are not. Everybody's sluggish. They're all telling me that they are not happy. Yes, they talk to me. They
Okay, hold
do.
on. I'm just responding to somebody who's already trying to
Maybe
diss my ingredients.
I need to try
Um,
to see.
Nope,
what's going on
$5
there.
from
Huh?
Cat67. Cat, what are we up to now?
Huh?
Oh,
It's
God
17 plus 5. I don't.
Eh,
I gotta
Ah,
break out my
it's
pen.
almost halfway.
These glasses changed my accent immediately. I don't know how come. Probably because I interviewed a Brit Friday and I played it last night. Did you see my interview with Roger Hallam, the activist? I asked him specifically to be talking to American progressives about civil disobedience and activism to make things change if they are possibly able to change. It's on the channel.
Another $1.99.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw
what you-
part of it. I
Yeah.
will finish
Can
it.
y'all just
Yeah,
do
he's-
$2? Because I'm this
I-
$1.99 bullshit.
We're rounding up. You can round up. You can round up. And I'll read all those
Ah,
if the time comes. I'll read them no matter what, but guaranteed we'll read these guys.
all right, Jean wants to know who is this John from San Antonio. She hasn't watched the show, so explain to our Costa Rican beauty.
To my understanding, John from San Antonio is a slave of the Majority Report. That's my understanding of the situation.
Yeah. And unpaid labor. So here's the
So
deal.
funny.
There is a legendary electoral politics expert and progressive elections expert named John Bendelay, and he has been calling into the Majority Report from San Antonio, Texas for like 10 years or a long time.
Okay.
And they ask him to call in on election nights. He's their guy. He's their go-to guy.
Well, just notice,
he's
by
got
the
it
way,
down.
that he is an unpaid laborer for the Majority Report, right? The
That's what I'm
Majority
saying.
Report election night coverage would be garbage without John from San Antonio. They basically ride on free labor, a so-called progressive left-wing news show, basically engaging in chattel slavery for its content.
And so he has
Clip
my
that one.
goodness.
he has recently been
Yeah,
coming
that
on
was
my
exhausting.
show to talk elections because I don't really do that. I'm not an expert, so I wanted a
Right.
resident expert, and John's the
Okay.
perfect guy to do it. So I not calling in on camera. Which
Notice.
is
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Because you respect John from San Antonio. You give him the platform to show his face to the world for the first time. You know, not some caller on like a phone from 1994 or whatever Majority Report has. Like they're still using phones in
killing
the
me
era
tonight.
of Discord and StreamYard. Who
No
knows what
mystery.
the fuck's going on there? I don't know how to fucking convert New Zealand dollars, so I'm just gonna put that as 5. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not doing
Matt
currency
is such a
conversion.
sweetheart.
it's probably 4, but okay.
We're doing
Well,
5.
To answer Mila's question, do you pay him? We're talking about compensation. Yes. So here's the thing.
Really?
Well.
Comic concert compensation.
But
Okay.
he has his own playlist on my channel as well.
Oh.
I don't see anybody else
Ah.
giving John his own playlist on
Ah.
a certain show whose initials start with MR with Sam. Okay, so I've been all day practicing angry voice.
Oh.
Like, some people are exasperated and they're like, this is totally unfair. And they get real like high pitched. Nah, it doesn't work for me. I kind of sound normal when I'm mad. Like regular
do.
Letterhack. But I
Normal.
feel furious. Anyway, I went from feeling very intimidated to very upset. And
It's the whole
anyway,
spectrum.
let's play the. Damn, there's another 99 cents. Just needling. Okay. We may pause this. Fuck.
I think you're going to be
Ugh.
eating this crap.
I don't.
Just a reminder, if Letterhack hits $50, I will also be eating a sandwich.
Okay.
I can't. I have no bread and I have no peanut butter. Just
I bought
pickles.
bread.
That is not a bad thing.
It's from our
Letterhack
own
posted
business practices. Like, you know, ad rates drop. You know what we got to do? We got to tighten up our fun half.
million
Oh,
plus
hold on.
subscribers,
Shit.
and they're talking about how they're running out of
Controls.
money.
That okay? How many times have you heard somebody with the upper hand talk about? I'm sorry, we got to do this, right? We don't want to do this. We have to do this. There's some. They don't say who or what. It's just some mystery reason why. And so now they have a reason why. It's like reverse engineering, right?
A little bit. We don't
I start squeezing.
cease and desist. We send out,
Yeah.
but
Legal jargon. Already, they go straight to cease and desist, right?
Well, let's
These
also
are
point out, by the way, that this is like some weird, like privileged stuff from Sam Sater, I believe his name is. And because he grew up with lawyers, he's, you know, a family of lawyers. He's got this advantage, you know, on other people. He thinks, oh, I know everything about the law. I go to Las Vegas once a year. I'm so smart. He's going to try and get everyone else intimidated, try to stop an insurrection in the left because they consider themselves the #1 left-wing news show or whatever
Yep.
the fuck.
Oh,
And
God.
obviously shows like this are really getting on their nerves because we're blowing up. We've gone up 9,000% in the ratings over the last 3
Oh
months.
yes,
This is
we are
crazy.
just
And they
there.
are freaking out. This is not acceptable to me.
We are
they're
there.
they're punching down on our way up. See how they do that? You get up, you gain ground. They gotta kick you back down a little bit, right?
But
Okay.
aren't you their like big cartoonist? Aren't you like, the-
Uncompensated, by the way. Letterhack, have you ever gotten
Ah!
a single dime for all your hard work?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, that's where you should have lied. You should have lied there.
Well, but
Cut
you
that
know,
part out.
what have you done for me lately? Okay.
This is fun.
The Vanguard.
But honestly, that is like, yeah, that's right. We do takedown notices to
To the letter hack.
Don't infringe our property rights.
Exactly.
Sir.
I
So
can't
they're
wait to send the
even
letter
saying
hack a
it.
cease and desist about John from San Antonio.
Look at them laughing at me.
Is there-
Laughing at me, right?
They
And
are.
notice, like, this is like proof that they're watching your show. They're addicted to your show. They're taking notes from your show. You know, and they're, you know, they dropped the ball. They had John from San Antonio and they lost him. And now they're really shuffling to try to get him back.
But did they lose him?
That's not important right now.
Hey, we might be at $50.
Oh, we're at like 70 right now.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh!
Hold on.
Damn!
The deal was
$72?
50. The deal was 50, everyone.
Shut the fuck up. We got 72.
Hold on. Well, I mean, how much more? I'm only
Come
going
on,
to eat
guys.
the one sandwich.
I'm in a
Hold on,
negative
hold
in
on,
my
hold on.
check.
checking
Double-decker.
account.
$100 and we get a triple decker.
No.
Yes. I'm
That's-
signing you up for it.
That's too much all at once. That's
That's
like the
pretty
lady
funny.
who's like, I'm going to go to Colorado and try edibles. And like she ate like 10 of them and almost jumped out a window. And she's like, that stuff's not safe. It's like, lady,
Asshole. That stuff.
I'm going to try whiskey, do a shot.
Oh,
Don't drink the whole
Lord.
bottle. Okay, let's keep going here.
Oh, RM Brown with all those drops.
Oh, exactly.
They're going
That's
after
that's
everybody.
that's 25
Copyright
cents every time.
violation.
Yeah.
Every
Over
time
and
Emma
over.
says, every time Emma says, wipe your ass with them, that's 25 cents.
Fork it over.
I mean, listen, John from San Antonio was not John from San Antonio until he called into the show. He was just John. Where are you from? San Antonio, but John from San Antonio. And he gets into like Letterhack better check. Speaking of letters, somebody's about to get one.
Cease and desist.
So did you get it?
Did you get the letter?
Yeah.
It's been just 36 hours.
Oh, this is hilarious.
It's the thing. I think you have to deliver them by hand, right?
I'm like,
So if I don't
know.
answer the
I
door-
don't live in a family of lawyers. I wasn't raised by lawyers. I don't know all these special tricks on how to climb and manipulate the social ladder like Sam Sater does.
And he went to
Is he
went
showing
to
up here tonight?
he went to law school just long enough to learn how to like get people and then dropped out
Really?
to do the news.
Oh,
Really?
look at me. I'm doing the news. I'm a man of the people.
Oh, we're all Majority Report fans. Who are we kidding?
I am not kidding. I'm
Oh,
going
look
to
at
war. I'm on the front lines.
Oh, listen, I got dragged into the Twittersphere, Doomosphere, Michael Mann, Elliot. These are professors, PhD scientists
the actor?
fighting. No, fighting scientists from Penn State, climate scientists fighting. They're fighting amongst each other on
fist fighting?
Twitter. No, they're freaking fighting and blocking and bullshit. They're all grown men. Too much testosterone out there.
I mean, you got that right. But I almost had Kowalski from Nebraska on this show twice.
Almost.
Imagine the repercussions.
Imagine if they saw that test copy of fucking Chicken Feed and Haymaker, you know?
Ooh. This is the thing. The only reason he couldn't come on is because he was there was farming stuff to do.
The farm always
Down,
takes
down,
precedence.
down.
He
Yeah.
said I'll be on
my
unless it
farm.
rains, and then I got to be in the farm. Or the other way.
My
He
farm.
said if it rains, I'll be on. If it doesn't, I'll be out. And I'm like, this guy's like a walking almanac. But
That's hilarious. I think
okay,
it's all quite very funny. Oh my
all I'm
God.
saying is, I need legal advice.
Well,
What do I do if I'm served with a cease and desist? Can
You
Well, you
can
contest
immediately
it?
take a picture and post it online.
Oh, okay.
That would
Is
be
that
my
a way of
legal advice.
appealing?
Well, that's how you get the public involved, which is always the best thing to do in legal battles. In my experience, with my issues with the legal system, just get the public involved. I mean,
Okay. I'm listening. So
That's all I
that's
got,
like the same way where it's like you're bribing somebody or blackmailing somebody and you're like, oh, we'll just go to the press. Right?
exactly.
yeah, blow the lid off, Matt.
Like these
Blow
guys
the
think,
lid off.
oh, we got 1 million+ subscribers. We're untouchable. We're in the ivory tower. We can
Oh.
just shit all over
Speak
anyone
of the
else.
ivory tower.
People that have done free work, you know, they're all slaves. You know, really what this is. And, you know, feel free to say that I'm doing this in bad taste, but this is a slave rebellion at the Majority Report. Letterhack, a slave, uncompensated for years of work. John from San Antonio, a slave. Kowalski, a slave. This is a rebellion, right? The network is saying, you know what? We got to really clamp down on these guys out there that are trying to start their own thing.
He knows.
So you think I should lean into it, and if it goes south, if that backfires,
Leave the country. Flee.
Court,
Get the fuck out.
I think you should have a guest appearance once a week.
judge
now.
them in the court of public opinion. Oh, hey, I've been on that show.
I know, but now it should be regular.
They
Real quick,
mentioned
were
me.
you ever compensated for going on the show?
Nobody is. At least that's what
Nobody?
they said. That's what they said.
No, I don't compensate anybody. I said coffee cups, but I don't have any left.
So this is what I want to know. Who snitched you anyways, Matt?
Ooh, because maybe they're following.
They probably watched the show or watched the show. Okay,
That's
Until I
funny.
started talking.
we can
Rick,
keep
don't
talking
take
about
it
this
so-
for sure.
Wait,
There was
letter back from the letter hack.
there was another moment where Sam was like literally growling at the screen like some sort of rabid ferret. Did you see that part?
No.
I did not.
No.
Is there like some sort of mental illness at play here? In any
That's
way?
in the whole country, honey.
I think there's a thin line between mental illness and like greed.
desire for just a complete control.
Now you're
like that's the
definitely
other thing
getting-
about Sam Sater is he loves to talk about the zero sum politics. Everything's zero sum. You know, if someone's doing something, then they have to be by definition taking from someone else, and so that's why they're going to war with shows like this.
Yeah, and he always says ostensibly.
Yeah, ostensibly, this is a lawyer raised by lawyers trying to bully everyone else.
Yeah. These things aren't mutually exclusive. It's these little phrases they throw out there so casually, and we're all supposed to be like,
law
ooh.
School?
Hi, Bob. That's funny.
Yeah.
Where
it's a
did he
book
go to
of
law
go-to
school?
phrases.
Brooklyn.
Probably Boston
Oh,
somewhere.
he did.
I don't know.
Boston University.
Okay.
Okay, he's coming on, isn't he?
No.
No. Is
He
this
wouldn't
real?
dare show up. He knows he would lose in a
Yeah,
debate.
but where the hell is our other compadre?
Who's laughing
in
now,
crime?
Sam? That's what I fucking thought.
Yeah.
For-
Where's
Yeah.
Where's our other guy? Where's Jakey Jake?
You want to see a letter from the
Jake is one of the
offices
casualties. That's what Jake got the cease and desist. He's already in Canada.
Dying, I needed this tonight.
Jake is doing Oppo research right now. No, I mean, I will send them a counter
Jake's
letter
defected.
from the offices of Rovensky, Draugelis, and Shellis, and they can be
Yeah!
like, "Oh shit,
Isn't that
this
something?
looks legit."
This is
Doesn't that
fucking real.
sound good? And I can do all the legalese because I'm trained in all that shit.
All that HR shit,
Oh,
man.
yes,
Exactly.
absolutely. What is it now? It's Draugelis, Shellis, and
Rovensky, Draugelis, and Shellis.
That does sound like a law firm.
I know.
That's funny.
The Letterhack's legal representation.
Yes.
Okay, look, the super chats are many. We have a $5 from Cynthia
Wow.
R. Appreciate it. $1.99 from Snicksabia. $5 from Pinkerbell. I don't know. I think Matt could probably take Sam in a fight, so y'all should say whatever y'all want. We are. Donald James X, $5. Got to get this ball rolling. Mrs. Jen, $4.99. I got to see him eat that shit. I love this.
Damn, I wish I had prepared. I would have brought
You
some.
bet your pickle.
I
we
got
will.
bread and the materials. Once I saw Letterhack
Wow.
posting this whole
I should've.
shebang, this
Yeah.
whole, oh guys, shower me with money. And this is the other thing. Letterhack would not have to resort to begging online like a fucking homeless person, with a tin cup, if it weren't for the fact that he would go on the Majority Report. No offense to homeless people, by the way. And if he wasn't uncompensated for his hours and hours and years, really, of labor.
Yeah, it's total of. I've been doing it for since 2019, so it's probably like a good year and a half worth of work in there.
You're gonna have to start resorting to selling your comic collection at this point. If we can, we're barely making it on. This is a shoestring budget here.
We're saved.
No.
Matt's from New Zealand. You're beautiful, Matt. I love you. Mwah. He knows I love him.
Snicksabia with another one. Wow, people are just throwing money at this. Eat it. $10. Jeez, that was the one that put it
Damn.
over the top, I think. Oh, wait. Oh, and then again. Good grief. Okay,
Jeez,
so
you're gonna be able to go on vacation.
there's Aubrey, recent guest.
Hi,
I would
Aubrey.
So much for that.
go as far as to say that this money that we're getting for the pickle fund should be used to fund the legal expenses that we're going to have to go
There you
through
go.
getting into this legal battle
Yeah.
with a
There you go.
multi-millionaire. Like, have you ever Googled Sam Sater net worth? Check it out sometime. Google doesn't lie.
I think, what were we
Sam
at?
Sater.
$70? I think that's enough for free legal advice.
We're at $82 after I stopped counting.
Oh,
Okay, look. I'm going to have to leave you now. I'll be back with a fucking sandwich. It's not
oh
going to take
boy,
long.
I'm going
I got
to
my
New
own
Zealand.
sandwich. It's already ready. It was prepared before this program, so
Talk amongst yourselves, and if Jake comes,
Okay.
I won't be able to let him on right away. So
I'm going to re-up my
There's that.
passport. Matt's gonna buy me a plane ticket, $5 at a time for New Zealand. Listen, at this point, shit's scary. I might come.
this is an all-out war as far
yeah,
as
but
I'm concerned.
what
This
would
is-
I do with all my cats? Run off to New Zealand? I'm running
just
off.
unleash
to
the
New
cats? Use them as a weapon.
Zealand. Pussy power.
Exactly.
Ah.
Biological warfare.
Right. Steven, you're a sweetheart. We got the best chatters in all
I
of
love,
our.
by the way, just real quick aside,
What?
I love all these motherfuckers in the goddamn chat. Oh, Sam Cedar was joking. Oh, what are you, fucking Sherlock goddamn Holmes? What do you think what's going on here? Like, what the fuck? Like, come the fuck on, man. Like, Jesus goddamn Christ.
Yeah, but what's happening in our science doomosphere, Twittersphere is not joking. This dude, Dr. Michael Mann,
Not the actor.
nope, he writes all the books. He was the inventor of, well, he
You
discovered
wrote
the
every
hockey.
book?
Every book that the Democratic establishment loves to read in climate science, but he came up with the hockey stick graph. I mean, he's a brilliant guy, but he's got the personality of a goddamn hubris narcissist. And it's sad because, you know, he blocks everybody that if you disagree with him at all. And I gave up in 2021 when he assaulted the Doomers, like told
He
us we were
assaulted someone?
Oh, he did verbally. He told us we were horrible people, and
Honestly, though,
like
probably not
like
wrong.
no, it's not. That's bullshit. I mean, we are not. And actually, we just see big picture. You know, nobody says don't do anything. We just see a big picture. And Andrea, you do too. Yes, you do.
My pictures are relatively small.
No,
if a
but
picture's too
you-
big, I can't hang it up somewhere.
Andrea's worldview is a doomer. Andrea, you're in the
I've been a
doomosphere.
doomer since I was 6 years old.
That's
I mean,
right.
I've been swimming in the primordial soup of doomerism.
Exactly. You fit the bill, baby. You fit the bill. You're oops.
Oh.
I got to do my camera again, Andrea. I'm doing the
What is it, the
remote.
remote control.
yeah, playing with it. No, Andrea's literally, you know, if any of you out there have watched Andrea's shows, you would know she's definitely in the doomosphere. Yeah, Gene says, doomers are worse than the people who shill for the gas and oil company, which is insane. You know, intimating that people get paid by the fossil fuel industry to feel the way we feel. I mean, it's insane. But to be fair, he was assaulted. They had a case against him, the Heartland Institute, the Koch brothers. I mean, they did. So he's paranoid. But he's
Well, that's the other thing. And also, you know, just to drop the whole pretending to be an asshole thing, like
Yeah.
Twitter just makes people insane. Like, regardless of how rational you are and any
Yeah.
other, like Twitter literally, it's like, it's an insidious mind virus. When you're on Twitter, it like, I think it's akin to being like on a drug of some kind, you know, like when you're actively scrolling Twitter, like if you're just, you know, looking at it for 5 minutes, that's one thing. But if you're on Twitter for like 20 minutes,
Right.
an hour, multiple hours,
I
you're
go
literally
on.
like getting high on a substance that was manufactured by corporations to make you a fucking crazy person.
It started on YouTube. He was on another channel show, and that climate chat, and the chat was reacting to what he was saying because I guess there's this argument about, okay, are we at 1.5 degrees in heating or 1.3? I mean, it's negligible because we have so many problems all over the world. Storms. Hell, my mother in Sarasota, they had a 1 in 1,000 year rain event. Sarasota, Florida, flooded. You know,
I
we're
saw
seeing
that.
tornadoes. So, you know, to have all this just brush off that we are seeing these cumulative effects of climate and overshoot and equating us with fossil fuel shills is quite disgusting, actually. It is. All right, I'm done. Matt's back. I'm off the soapbox. Yes. We can't hear you.
So I said, speaking of disgusting,
Okay.
I made toast, right? Because this
Mhm.
is what our friends at Pickle Monster, who I emailed a few weeks ago and asked them about this, they said I would use potato bread. So I did. And they said toast it. So I did. And they said use a crunchy peanut butter that you have to stir the oil into. So I am doing both sides.
Okay.
I was
Oh,
toasting the
shit.
bread. That's what took so long. Oh, wow.
I'm the only one with nothing. I
I mean,
go
in
to
this
my,
case, that's not bad.
well, I actually have. I mean, to other people it might be gross, but I have probably almost ready by now. I've dehydrated leaves, beet leaves, kale, and other big green leaves. I just dehydrated them today. They're probably ready. They're good though. What, Jean? Jean wants me to go get my pickles. I have pickles probably in the refrigerator. I don't know. Let's just let the guy let's let the guy Letterhack and the girl Andrea. Let's let them do it. And this lady will sit back.
You get to
Okay,
be the
look.
judge.
I'm
Yeah.
putting pickles on a peanut butter sandwich
Oh
just so everyone
my
sees.
gosh. They're really doing it. And I can't even play sound effects for this. Because I
So
didn't
look,
s-
it's
I
like
didn't s-
it's like a
yeah.
lot, right?
I didn't
Now.
send you the puke side of sound effect.
Have a twist.
Gross.
Because those guys at Pickle Monster said to salt it at the end.
Well, you got to salt it.
All right, salted. Gosh, dang,
But-
guys.
I'm going to salt it with Utz potato chips.
See, all of
Interesting.
that. The only thing I would eat out of that is pickles. Well, maybe peanut butter, but I don't typically buy it. So
Okay, so now I
God
have
damn, this shit is good.
fuck this. This is gross.
greens. I eat a
So
lot
now I
of
have
greens.
pickle, peanut butter, untoasted potato bread with potato chips.
God. Oh, jeez.
God
You'll
damn.
you'll sell out for money and do anything, huh?
Yeah, it took a few weeks.
Just for anyone who's new here, by the way,
That's fun.
I
Matt-
mentioned a pickle
Matt-
peanut butter sandwich like multiple weeks ago.
Yeah, you
It's
did.
something I
to be
eat
fair.
somewhat frequently, you know,
To be
10
fair.
times a year, 20 times a year, maybe. You know, it's in my rotation. And the Letterhack and,
Oh,
you know,
shit.
our late friend Jake, who died
Yeah.
in the Majority Report Wars, said it sounded disgusting. And then Jake had like the worst pickles in the world, the worst bread in the world, the worst peanut butter in the world, and tried one ad
Come on,
hoc.
Jake.
Didn't go well. Didn't go well. But Jake said, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind, you know, if you were still alive, me speaking for him, that he could see how it could theoretically be good. And Matt's a hater.
Oh,
you know,
shit.
he's a nightmare of a person. Like behind the scenes, he's screaming, he's yelling, he's always saying, fuck
I'm
you,
bad guy.
man.
I'm
It's
mean.
always kind of ridiculous.
Yes,
And
I'm
so
used
now
to the abuse.
we're going to see how it goes.
Yes.
Now, Jake ate his and immediately looked like he was in puke. Oh, shit.
Is he here? I wish.
Ah!
No tie. No tie.
Oh, look at you. Were you out
Dude,
running?
you're just in time.
We're going to have a new religion. This is a new religion. Jake has come back from death.
Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah.
Jakey, baby.
Pickle,
Hello.
peanut butter on toast with potato chips. I'm just about to bite into it.
Now wait a minute. Is
almost
there
done
pickle
mine.
in there?
Yeah.
Peanut
First
butter,
world
pickle,
problems.
potato chips. All right. Yes.
Oh, shit.
All right. I'm excited. I want to see this happen.
They did. They're eating
That makes
it.
one of us.
I
Okay.
didn't bring any of it.
Here we go. You sent in the super
All right.
chats. I'm a man of my
They
word.
sent it in.
For better
Matt
or worse.
raked in the bucks tonight.
Oh, and a generous bite. He's going for it.
Andrea's just chowing down, man. She's loving it. She
I'm
came up with
hungry.
it. She came up with it. Yes.
Oh, that's a suspicious look on his face.
Good job at acting, by the way. You know it's good. You
Damn,
know.
I should have sent him over the puke sound effect. I can't play them from here for him, but
Look at
I
me.
can't-
I'm so cool. I'm making fun of quality.
now
good
does he have to
food.
eat the whole thing? Do you have to eat the
Absolutely,
whole
absolutely,
thing?
100%. Motherfucker
Okay.
spent $82 on this bitch. Of course he's eating the whole thing.
$82.
He made a lot on this. He had a thing. If
Ah,
he
I
got
see.
$50 in super chats, he would eat this shit.
It does not work
Nice.
well. Okay, so it's bearable. I think I've made it bearable. I think the potato chips really help.
I can't believe you
Toasting
got
the
potato
bread
chips on
really
there.
helps.
Yeah.
But these fucking flavors do not. Like every now and then there's a pickle.
Every now and then there's a pickle.
And for me,
Damn it.
the wet didn't work so well with the peanut butter. You know, jelly does.
You ever
'cause it's
eat
got
a
enough.
fucking burger? I'm sure you guys stuff your fucking face with like McDonald's garbage and think that that's
No.
good, and yet
Never.
you're
Yes.
eating on the pickle peanut butter.
True
Like,
for
give me
you, but not
What do
me.
you think's on McDonald's fucking pickles? Like, give me a goddamn break here. Come on, this is some good ass shit.
Nope. No.
But it's surprisingly not as bad as you would expect, right? Like,
Yeah,
What?
it should be worse.
wait, why are you acting surprised that people are suspicious of an extraordinarily unusual sandwich?
The same group.
You
of
ever see
people
it on
that eats,
menus?
Like fucking fast food are complaining about high tier cuisine here. You know, like
How much would you sell the sandwich for in a restaurant?
$2.
Free.
Free? Free? But you
They
gotta
give you $5 if you can get it down.
put something
At
in
your
there.
own risk.
I just finished my sandwich, and these guys are still
She
fucking
woofed it
hooting and
down.
hollering and yelling about shit.
Shit, baby, you hoofed it down.
You know what? I also have a second fucking sandwich.
This is why I hope we go extinct. I live the dream. Yeah, this is why I hope we go
I
extinct.
have peanut butter on this side and pickle on this side.
It's fucking phenomenal. You know it's good. You're
Oh.
doing the whole song and dance. Look at me. I'm a performance artist. Like, give me a
It's
goddamn
made its
break.
way to my belly, and it's not like
Well, yeah, your belly is probably
So you're
full
not-
of trash, you know, whatever you eat normally. I
Like
don't know
what my
you eat.
cat-
Well, it is
do.
now.
I think this was good though that you guys,
Now,
you know,
in my
well,
limited
Andrea,
experience,
sweetheart.
yeah, it was good. It was
Look
good.
at Andrea. She's loving it.
I'm hungry. I don't know
You're
what else
on your
to tell you.
way to the core of the sandwich. That's the biggest hurdle.
Like, just want to point out that this motherfucker's on easy mode, like kiddie mode, you know? Like, he's, I'm going to put potato chips on my... What are you, 6 years old? I mean, like, come on.
they
man.
said. Pickle Monster said add salt.
Yeah. Did you say add potato fucking chips?
Jeez.
I'm trying to be artisanal.
I really feel left out.
artisanal. Interesting. Artisanal. You hear this?
Oh,
that the right
Sandy, we
word?
got to get you one. You're the
Yeah,
only one that hasn't
no.
eaten one yet.
I'm deciding
Yeah.
on whether I want to go in there and bring in my
All right,
green
$50 for
kale.
Sandy next week.
beet chips. But I don't know if they're dried,
yeah.
done, finished yet. They're dehydrating. Yeah. So if you really want to get grossed out, I sent Matt a picture of what was in my motor and what's camping out in my vehicle.
I gotta wait. I don't
Yeah.
want to look at it until.
I hope you'll
Yeah.
grow up.
Just give me a hint. Is it biological?
Yeah, it's kind of biological.
Like, I just want to point out to the chat, by the
It's to
way,
clean it
like
out.
90% of Americans have like a food addiction to literal garbage,
That's
chemically
true.
infused, processed food.
True.
So if you are out
What?
there saying, "Oh, that looks gross," and you're eating fucking McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, you're a fucking loser.
Ugh.
You're a dummy. You know that shit's expensive now. Even their own company said that they like priced out poor people. So don't give me this horseshit. I'm poor. I have to eat Burger King. No, you don't. You fucking
No.
loser, food
$8
addict, piece of garbage. So
$8
before
for a
you
Whopper.
motherfuckers go out there and say, "Oh, highfalutin cuisine is actually secretly terrible," meanwhile you're stuffing your face with Cheetos and fruit roll-ups, give me a goddamn motherfucking break, okay? Try it before you
roll-ups.
shit on it. I'm just telling you, I'm pissed. I'm mad as hell.
Last
She's
one.
right. I'm not going to
Mezzo.
eat Taco Bell anymore. I'm just going to squirt mustard on a tortilla and then roll it in gummy worms.
That
This
honestly
is-
sounds better.
These 2
I'm-
complaints don't match up. Oh,
I
you're
feel
almost
like-
there.
Shit.
I feel like I did it, but I would not do it again. This is not the kind of thing where it's like, Mom, I want another one of those pickle and peanut butter sandwich. I'm not going back to the well on this one.
Pretending. This is all an act.
Pickle
You
and
know, we
potato
just started
chips.
the show with 30 minutes of pretending to be upset about Majority Report, and you think it's far-fetched that this motherfucker's pretending not to like a peanut butter pickle sandwich?
I'm
Give
having,
me a
like,
goddamn break.
awkward belches. Ugh.
Yeah, burp it up.
Yeah, we want to hear everybody's
Let's
belch.
go. I'm here for
Give
it.
me the abridged version. What was the complaint with the Majority Report?
They're trying
think
to send a
it's-
cease and desist letter to the Letterhack Industries.
He'll have to play.
Oh,
I can't wait to send a Letterhack a cease and desist about John from San Antonio.
I think it's pretty funny. We were looking to have some kind of sparring match with someone. And
Yes.
they started it. They started
They
it.
did start it, those motherfucking Ivy League, Ivory Tower. Oh, my parents were lawyers. My grandparents were lawyers. Like,
Oh,
look at
that's
you,
so
Sam
funny.
Sater, named after a piece of wood. Give me a break.
My claim to fame is my bio dad was a communist.
hey,
He was.
nice.
My mother finally told us when we were like 50.
Like it's some secret. Like that's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
by the way, your uncle is a murderer or something. Like what? No, they're a communist. That's based.
Yeah.
Did you
Takes
make
way
it?
too long to chew, man.
I used to say,
No.
I said to her, Ma,
all an
how did you deal with it? She goes, what did I know? I had a baby and he was at meetings. I would not know what he was
It's
doing.
all an act.
Oh,
Ooh,
shit.
all right, you made it through, my friend. Get out of 10, 1 to 10. What was that dish?
Mine was a 9.5. I'll tell you that.
Wow.
Oh, mighty bull.
Wow.
All right.
As far as like if I was a sandwich connoisseur, on uniqueness,
No, on overall enjoyment.
I was gonna do like a
Well,
tally.
multi-point grade, and then we'll add.
Oh,
Okay.
overall
Okay,
enjoyment,
yeah,
4.5.
Nah, garbage.
Ooh.
Not. I don't buy it for a second.
It can still pull up. There's other categories now.
I've
All right,
had a lot of
uniqueness.
things I didn't like that I got to give them credit for. It wasn't as bad as I thought. It should have been way worse.
It should.
So
Okay.
on
Why?
uniqueness,
Why should
I'd
it
give
have
it
been?
an 8. It's pretty unique.
So, do the donators feel that they got their money's worth?
No, they got fucking ripped off because this guy's holding back the truth.
Now I'm thinking one pickle, a little peanut butter on a cracker, maybe a lot better.
Oh, shit.
That could work.
And like
Eat
people
the
have said,
bugs.
the peanut Thai cucumber thing, that to me sounds
could work.
great. But these pickles are the bomb.
There's a
Oh,
bomb.
Grillo's is excellent. As far as store-bought pickles go, you know they have Grillo's hard seltzer.
I've never even
would
You
heard
try
of the
that.
brand.
Pickle flavored
Yeah.
alcoholic seltzer. It's only available in the Northeast. So
I'd be into that.
if anyone lives in the Northeast, hit me up.
Yeah, Jake, you
I'm
gotta
in the
get off whatever
Northeast.
those pickles
give
were
me
you
some
had,
Grillos.
man.
Grillo, I've never heard of Grillos. I don't know if they have that in the Buffalo area. I don't know.
Those pickles
Plus,
were
I
made
don't
by.
buy it. I make my own shit. So, I'm getting my canning area open up. I'm putting together the camping stove to do the canning and
My stomach is
all this
queasy.
oh no.
Very nice acting.
Sandy, what are these pictures?
Okay. The
Yeah.
first one, it
that's-
was what was in the motor because I drive a Tacoma and I went to the dump. I had 2 trips to the dump
Like the
last
city?
week.
You
Yeah.
drive a city.
Yeah. But I also think I hurt my rotator cuff because I'm miserable, but I'm not acting miserable.
What part of the car is the rotator cuff?
my rotator cuff in here?
Oh
That-
my god.
Yeah, that's what the
Hey,
mechanic. I had
I'm
to.
still eating
yeah.
my sandwich.
Ah!
here.
That was what they found, and I've
that
been
a
spending.
nest?
Yeah, and and so I had it was. I was driving. I don't go out very much, and that's probably why this happened, So I go to the mechanic and driving up to Buffalo to get up to the dealer because I go to the dealer. My daughter worked there. I get the friends and family. It was like I thought I was going to die. It was smelled like something died in the vehicle. It was so disgusting. But they said they did not find a dead carcass. They just found the nesting, all that shit. So today I'm trying to clean out the vents with a needle nose plier and having the vent on, and all the bedding stuff that was stuck in the vents, it's flying in my hair and it's really disgusting. But for the most part, it doesn't stink, and I put the peppermint stuff around the vehicle so that to try to keep the critters away. I have a lot of critters here, but that's the first time it ever happened. And it was so disgusting. And that day, even go like my dump trip, because I didn't go, I didn't go. I have a dump. I have a shed that I can put my garbage in, and then I go. But I had COVID in October, and I never went. So I just kept
You have
putting
a
everything in.
garbage shed?
Yeah, we don't have garbage pickup. I have to go to the dump. So I did it all in one day. And the reason why I hurt, no, it's not illegal. It's not. I can't afford a garbage pickup. Anyway, they don't want to come out here. So I picked up the big garbage can and I lifted it up into the truck. And I'm pretty sure it's been a week. And the doctor put a shot in my shoulder. And I don't know. It's just not. It's not, and it's really putting a crimp in my style because I have a lot more to finish in my garden. And now I can't goddamn shovel and I can't do it.
Look at this. I'm sitting here trying not to be gross on camera.
Donald James.
Meanwhile, by the way, you just ate a sandwich. By the way, yes, I'm speaking with food in my mouth. You ate a sandwich without washing your hands. Unlike me.
She's going to wash her hands. So the other picture I sent, by the way, is something from my mother in Sarasota. Yeah, that's her. That's her pool.
Wow.
Oh, I like that. I like the alligator there. So I take it it's raining quite a bit.
They had 1 in 1,000 year rain, but that's my mother's sense of humor because it's not real.
How many inches in a day?
They had what did they have? Oh my God. I'll look it up. I think it was like 20. I mean, it was insane. Her house was okay, but that's her sense of humor. The crocodile, it's not real. I thought it was real. I'm like, she sends a picture through our family chat. I'm like, Mom, you have a fucking alligator by your pool, Mom. It's gonna go over, and I'm yelling at her. Meanwhile, the rest of my family's laughing. Let me look up how much rain Sarasota had. Insane amounts. And I downloaded videos from it. It was insane. Insane in the membrane. I'll look it up.
Okay. You're a man of your word, and I respect that, Matt. $10.
Sarasota.
And then the guilt. I legitimately feel bad for super chats now.
Horse
so
shit.
here's $10.
Horse
Sorry.
shit.
Okay.
Horseshit. No, I'm
You're
sorry.
good,
I
man.
don't know. I came in with probably in the middle
1 in
of something.
1,000.
Notice Matt did not wash his hands because he's a
I'm
gross
still
monster.
eating.
Oh, you're still eating. Okay.
Maybe
Eating
I can
all
send
over
you
the
this
comic book
video.
collection. No hand washing. This is the kind of person we're dealing with here.
Mm.
I'm going to get myself infected from myself.
I don't even know what that means.
It doesn't mean anything. That's my point.
Well, look at my hands. Very clean,
Trying to,
very
like,
washed.
Eat potato chips because it's comfort food, and I'm trying to forget the discomfort.
Oh, I'm trying to forget the discomfort on this really good sandwich that I had that I ruined with a bunch of garbage. What brand potato chips? Better not be Lay's.
Utz.
It looked like
Utz.
Lay's. Utz? Okay, Utz is not bad.
East Coast, baby.
That's
All
East
right.
Coast.
I'll accept
Yeah.
that that is a decent chip.
Let's see. What
But
did they
for
have?
a sandwich, I don't think so.
They had 8 inches of rain in 3 hours. 8 inches of rain in 3 hours.
And
That's a
this
lot.
is the thing. I just want to say, while I'm on the
37
subject of
inches of
yelling,
rain so far.
What is
Yeah.
with this horseshit where people are afraid to try new things, by the way? What do you, a bunch of 7-year-olds? Do we need to do the airplane to get you to eat something interesting for once in your goddamn life? You go out there and eat Cheetos, Cheez-Its, and fucking goddamn cheese crackers, McDonald's, you eat fucking
Who
packaged
eats this stuff?
slime. People in the chat, I'm
Again-
talking to the chatters. 90% of Americans eat
Listen,
garbage.
That's like-
listen to Jake.
That's like you line us up on the edge of a cliff, not a cliff over a river, just a regular cliff, and you're like,
Or
all
you
right, so
can't
the activity is we jump off, and we're like, oh, no, thank you. And you're like, nobody likes adventure.
You use
I mean,
trampolines, don't
comparing-
you?
Comparing eating a pickle and peanut butter sandwich to committing
No,
suicide,
this year, Gene.
personally, I feel like that's hyperbolic. Okay, I'm just gonna throw that out
It
there.
is a
It's
bit.
a little jokey.
I don't know.
You can't spell joke without Jake. That's what they say. So
Pickle and peanut butter sandwich is like the hand grenade of food right now.
The hand grenade of food. Now that is an endorsement.
All right,
That's
we got a
fantastic.
shitfuck comment here from Cynthia. And no offense to Cynthia, I'm just having fun here. You
She's
can't
sweet.
eat pickle and peanut butter sandwich when you're older. Letterhack's like fucking 90 years old, and this motherfucker just ate it just fine. I don't know what you're talking about. What is
That's
like the
like-
ingredient in?
It's like a
in pickle-
backwards compliment. He's old.
Yeah.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, like pickles and peanut butter. Like you can't eat it when you're old. Like what? What's the logic? Here?
Don't worry,
Like,
Cynthia. It's not perfect.
Letterhack,
It's not
Jake.
personal.
These haggard old men.
I was
No.
I was trying to work out my tennis elbow today, and then I got the mail in
and
the
you
same
broke your
moment,
back.
and it was the AARP like
Oh.
newspaper, and it shows somebody like holding their elbow, and it goes the cure to chronic pain. And I was like, oh my god, they
Oh.
know me so well.
It's like clearly just like an Asian version of you doing the exact same thing. As you're like, huh?
It's like an X-ray.
Okay.
But yeah, I was like, yeah, that's might as well be me. But I did figure out how to cure tennis elbow though.
What is tennis elbow?
Can you cure tennis shoulder
Yep. Yeah.
or garbage dump shoulder?
The,
That's
the
All right, let's hear
muscles in your arm are
Yes.
connected to the
I can't
bone
even lift
in
it.
your elbow. And so when you overstrain them, or by using your flexor on the bottom of your forearm, overusing that puts strain on the top of your forearm, and that messes up your elbow. So if you get a pillow, put it in your lap, rest your elbow on it, hold your hand like this, like you're holding a tray, so your thumb is facing you. Put your other hand sandwich,
Hands.
rotate it out
Same.
until it feels like good, and then hold it for a minute and 30 seconds.
All right.
If you hold it that whole time, then it'll just go away.
Noted.
And they say don't hold it for more than 2 minutes because you need like if you hold it for 2 minutes and it still
it's
hurts,
all over.
you have other problems.
This has
My
to go
hands
away.
are effed up.
I have
Yours
speedrunner
are?
thumb, where my thumb hurts because I play video games.
Oh, you're going to get carpal tunnel.
I'm gonna go wash my hands like a gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Damn right, you're gonna go wash your hands.
Andrea, you're gonna end up getting carpal tunnel
I disagree.
with the I hope not.
I disagree.
repetitive-
Life
I-
extension nanobots. I'll be fine.
Yeah, you're young enough. That's right. I had wrist surgery. They had I don't know. There's a little scar. They had I don't know what they did. I don't remember. It's so long. It's a while ago, but
Un-F.
unfuck something. Yeah, unfuck something. I don't even remember which arm. I've had a lot of things go wrong with me over the years.
Yeah.
Ah.
How long ago was
Oh.
the surgery?
Oh, I think it was 2015. That was that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
What time is it in Greece right now?
Go time.
Greece?
I have no idea.
They're getting a heat wave. It's horrible.
They do not like mornings.
I didn't
I'm
know
gonna
that.
say 8:34 a.m. in Greece.
Yeah, that's a bad time because dawn is tough on Greece.
They're
Oh,
so bad. And here I'm sitting
don't get
here
it.
because they're actually yeah. Dawn.
right now the
dawn,
devil just went.
dawn.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Polish
They're
understand.
his
having a heat
throne.
wave. They're actually
Dawn
literally
is
having a
tough
heat
on
wave.
Greece.
It
Yeah,
was
dawn is like dish
Famously.
detergent.
Dawn is
Oh,
my
you're out here
daughter.
shilling for a dish detergent company.
Actually, but
interesting.
I am so plant-based. How plant-based is he? No, I just bought plant-based dental floss.
Oh, I have that.
Oh, yeah.
I
From
have
Bite?
it.
Is it
it
not
from Bite?
already?
I don't know. It's in the other
It's
room, but I
plastic.
have it. But it's a supposedly compostable, but I never believe any of that.
It's plant-based. Do you
Yeah,
know
I bought
Bite,
it.
the company?
No.
I don't know who I bought it from.
I don't
just
use
have a bag
toothpaste
of it.
anymore. I use just a little thing. You bite it, chew it up,
Really?
and then you brush. And they have all kinds of product. It's
Oh.
it's little pellets, chewable pellets in a jar, and you
What's
get
in
a
it?
subscription.
What's in it?
I forget what it is.
I use diatomaceous earth. It's the food additive for animal food, but it cleans your teeth. It's edible.
Huh.
It makes your teeth whiter.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's cheap.
Let's see. I could use a little of that.
No, you have white teeth.
They
Mine-
look white here.
Well, mine
we'll call
didn't.
them mother of pearl.
I was all hung up on mine because I drink 2 pots. No, I don't drink 2 pots, but
Oh,
a
my teeth
pot
are
of coffee
ugly
in
as
the
fuck.
morning.
I also
look at this.
smoke drink.
Yeah,
Those
it's
are- those are white.
apparently-
They're not white. Give me a goddamn break. These
I'm
are
looking
yellow.
right at them.
They're disfigured. I got 20 years of plaque. I haven't been to a dentist since I was 8 years old. They're
Oh.
falling apart. No,
So
This
do we
stuff
need to
is,
do a mouth fundraiser?
money is not the problem.
So this stuff is
What,
like
Dawn?
basically just toothpaste, but it's what's not in it. No palm oil, no SLS, no artificial flavors, sulfates, plastic, parabens, fluoride, artificial preservatives, sweeteners, dyes, gluten. And the thing is they cut out the packaging.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
it's
nice.
the plastic
Yeah.
tube that's fucking everything up. So it comes in
Right.
a plastic jar or a glass jar. Everything does, even the fluoride. And they have like a teeth whitening gel, which cleans your teeth. And anyway, I think that stuff's cool. Like my wife discovered it, and
into that.
she's like, "You got to try this." And I was like, "I'm sticking with toothpaste." And she's like, "You got to try it." And I was
Try
like,
it.
"Why isn't this how it is? Why this is big toothpaste
Well, I
is
bought,
fucking everything up."
And I bought shampoo that's just in soap cubes. Like it's called from the Earthling Company. No more plastic bottles.
I got
Good.
shampoo and conditioner bars. They're great. They're big old bricks.
What do I use for toothpaste? Diatomaceous earth.
Yeah.
I use charcoal and
Yeah,
literal dirt.
charcoal. Yeah.
I think I've said this before, but it bears repeating. You know how if you imagine the aesthetic of like the 1920s, you imagine like things wrapped in paper with like twine
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
No plastic shit.
That's gonna be plastic is going to be the sign of our times. Like when people do a movie set around now, they're gonna be like, all right, and we go to this company where we get all these plastic bags and we just stuff them in every cupboard to really set the scene of a 2020 era house. Because I think all that at some point the feeling we're all having where we look around and we're like, God damn, that's a lot of plastic.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
horrible.
I hate
Everybody's
fucking
going to have that
plastic.
opinion. Me too.
It's horrible.
And we're
And
going to
they
find out
don't
that it's
really
like
recycle-
impossible to keep PFAS out of your system.
Well, you
Hey.
have it in your testicles now, guys.
But have
And
you heard
they
the
don't
I have a lot in my testicles.
recycle it for real. They really don't recycle like they say. I made a video about the plastic
No, yeah, it's
industry.
like 6%, 9%.
They lie.
Yeah.
The plastic industry lies. This guy, I made a quick video.
Yes,
Did you see it? About the plastic industry guy that I
I
made?
did. I got real
what
depressed.
a fucking liar. And he was telling us, he was, it's such a gaslighting liar. Of course, it's, fossil fuels based. And so, of course, he is a liar.
Have you heard that if you use those dissolvable soap pods in your dishwasher, you're actually consuming about a credit card worth of plastic a week?
Yeah, that shit's fucked.
I don't have a
Why would you put
dishwasher.
plastic in your food? Like, you ever notice how people like they microwave things in plastic? They cook in plastic. You ever like what? Why do people introduce plastic to food
Well,
items?
no,
Like,
let's blame the appropriate people. The answer to that is I can give to you because they were lied to. Because the people that sold them the food did so with the implication that what they were eating was safe. But our FDA has failed to hold those companies to account in the same way they failed to hold the cigarette companies to account.
I was just
They're
thinking,
telling
yeah.
obvious lies, and we have no mechanisms in place for double checking them, and most importantly, punishing the people that tell these lies.
It really
So
is
we
time
have to get that in
people
place.
stop
It is.
listening to that shit, though, for real.
It really is time that we elect people that give a damn about that. You guys are already doing the thing you're supposed to be doing to make that
Changing
happen.
Marketing. Well, because commercials and marketing and,
And putting
Um,
mother is in prison. Like the cancer some kid gets that has like an 8% chance of having come from consuming plastic, multiplied over the every kid in the nation that consumes plastic every day because of these monsters, deserves justice. And that means somebody who wears a 3-piece suit needs to go to a onesie in prison.
Speaking of, I was
it's not
watching
a bad
this.
line. I gotta.
there's
that's
probably
pretty good.
plastic in the threads in my shirt.
I was watching a clip of a trial today. This is amazing. This guy, it's like the judge is like reading off what this guy was a murderer, and he's reading off what he's being convicted of, and he goes, "You are convicted of, was it like battery, beating your wife to death with a hammer,
Oh, true crime.
beating your son to death with a hammer," and like he says the wife, and someone in the back of the courtroom, you could hear it. Someone in the back of the courtroom is like, "This piece of shit," and I was like, "Oh, they didn't bleep it," and then it says beating your wife to death with a hammer, beating your son to death with a hammer, and the guy in the back of the room is like, "What a bastard." And then he said beating her daughter to death with a hammer, and the guy in the back of the room is like, "This motherfucker." And then finally the judge is like, "Sir, I'm sorry. If you're gonna keep commenting, what do you want to elaborate?" And the guy goes, "I was his neighbor for 2 years." And they were like, "Oh, really? Okay." And he goes, "Yeah. Now how many times I asked this fucker to borrow a hammer and he said he didn't have one?"
I knew it was
That's
gonna
a
be
real
something
court
like
case.
that.
I'm not
I knew
gonna
it.
say-
I knew it. I knew there was going to be something like that.
That's fucking good.
A real court case.
Oh
They get me.
my god.
Yeah, that's good. I knew something was coming, but that was
Yeah.
not what I thought.
Speaking
True
of
crime.
let's
True
take-
crime.
politics aside, because that'll ruin it. My non-political all-time favorite courtroom appearances. Number one is
Donald
and
Trump.
I'm sorry for this, the Justin Roiland read of the transcript of an argument in court, because it's the funniest thing in the universe. The other Rex Trek, you are correct,
bastard.
sir. The other, guys, try to help me remember what it's called. But there's a dude he didn't really do anything all that wrong, but he did do something wrong, and he did deserve to maybe get a slap on the wrist. But they're reading off what he did, and it includes hooting at a lady and essentially saying like, "You look attractive," but in a really funny way. And the guy, when they read the transcript back, the guy's like, he became my
that-
hero.
Okay.
He's just
Oh, I
flirting
don't
with
know
the
that.
girl in court to his own detriment, but it's
That's
so
pretty good.
it's amazing. I'm like, oh hell,
So
I'd take him on a date. Why not?
Why not?
He's
Why
got that
not?
can-do attitude, you know.
There is some more. There was some more. There, we alluded to it earlier. There was some actual Twitter drama this past week,
Ooh.
which personally, I think if you're arguing on Twitter,
It's a sign of mental
I
illness.
wasn't-
That's why
stop
I
and
use Twitter
reconsider.
frequently.
I stayed out of it.
I
and
am the
watched
most
it.
mentally ill motherfucker on planet Earth, and that's why
No,
I'm on
no.
Twitter. So just learn.
But
from
like,
my
it's
mistakes.
not. It just suddenly doesn't feel real to me.
So what
and
was
I-
that?
I don't even want to. It
Oh,
was just
okay.
people bickering about stuff, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, you guys, you're just doing this because it's in public, and that's even more embarrassing. And then there was one notable part where I started liking tweets because Andrea got involved, and I
Wait,
want
I
to
got
show.
involved? What are we talking
I
about?
didn't see any
Yeah,
of those.
And I want to show some guy named Jake Chinatown started like coming at Andrea, and she had
Jake
the
China.
funniest shit I have ever
Pull it
fucking
up.
seen on Twitter.
Slice the
Pull it
nostril.
up.
Let's see it.
This guy says, "Shut up," and she goes, "It's
I never
Chinatown,
see this.
Jake." And then he says, "Wait, were you talking about Matt or Nomiki? I can't see what she said. She blocked me. It's Chinatown." Oh, okay.
Oh, I saw
Roll
the Nomiki.
credits. And then he puts his picture up there.
Good ending.
But like, she wore him down.
Yeah,
He-
I saw that. I saw that she was
What can I
quite
say?
that somebody was really getting on her shit. They were.
It's
they were
Chinatown,
really-
Jake. It's
Yeah,
Chinatown.
Twitter
Roll
is like
credits.
it's really a cesspool, but I'm addicted to climate Twitter and my friends that are on there.
I just
can't
want to
help it.
know, did you know you were going to say roll credits, or did you just wait for the moment?
Oh,
and
I
then
just,
you were
you
like,
know,
roll
I like to
credits?
have fun with it. Like that's the thing is, when I'm using Twitter, I know that it's a drug. I know that
Yeah,
I'm purposefully
exactly.
tweaking my consciousness to become a psychopath. And so sometimes, like, I try to just have fun with it, because other people, they just don't expect it sometimes.
What'd you think when he put the dog up there?
Oh, I thought it
Were
was
you
great.
like, okay.
It's a great picture, yeah.
I don't, because I think that guy, he just chimes in. He's like, shut up. Like, you
Yeah, he
made like a
thinks, "Look
whole
at me,
point.
man."
I didn't show this because it's part of the drams, but you make like a whole point, and he's like, shut up. And you were like,
How
it's
the fuck are you
Chinatown.
gonna have an account named Jake Chinatown and then try to get into political discourse? Like, give me a goddamn
Chinatown.
break.
Roll
I'm not
credits.
arguing with fucking Jake from Chinatown. Give me a fucking goddamn
I'm gonna start
break.
using that in real life. I'm gonna be like, roll credits. They're gonna say, what does that mean? I'll be like, what do you think it means?
Roll
It's
credits.
got to be in the when somebody fails to respond to a slam. Like if you get them good enough that they go, then you just go roll credits.
I love movie speak.
Uh,
I actually,
Absolutely.
dude, this is not a dad joke. I was watching. This is like an old interview with the people who the husband wife ghost hunters. We've been
Mhm.
talking about ghost hunt here a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the algorithm heard it, and they're like, "Show them ghost shit." So I'm on TikTok. There's a video of the
I
people.
don't have TikTok.
It's okay.
Me neither. Me neither. Fuck
I
that
don't
shit.
wanna.
Apparently it's about to go away, but who knows? So they're interviewing the people who were talking about the Amityville house, the real
Oh
one.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
You guys know it was based on like a real house.
Mm-hmm.
And they showed a fucking
Island.
picture, and they're like, the caption was Demon Boy picture. And I was like, I can show you the picture. It's one of those pictures where you look at it and you don't see it right away. And then when you do, you're like, okay,
All
that's
right.
probably
Is it-
not like a
Right,
demon, right? But
right. That was a
I'm
Dutch
ready.
colonial house.
Show me the picture. I'm ready.
Yeah, I gotta
it's a
put my
Dutch
eyeballs on it.
colonial in Long Island. Mm-hmm.
The Amityville horror. Let's see.
Oh, inside.
do you
What
see
am I
the-
looking for here?
Left
Go ahead.
doorway.
I see a lion.
I see it. Oh, the little something out there. Yeah,
Do
but
you want me to zoom in?
Oh yeah, that's the fucking like doorknob thing.
Right? Well, hold
Zoom
on.
in.
Like right here.
yeah.
It's like a little.
Ooh,
put it
now
on the
I'm gonna
railway?
be scared. No, I'm gonna be scared. Oh, look
See
at
it?
that. Yeah.
So what is it like? Is that person not supposed to be there? Like,
Hold
what
on.
is-
Look really close.
It looks like a
Oh,
like a
careful.
doll.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, look at that
Looks like a
fucker,
dog.
man. No, it's just a kid who got in the photo,
Yeah.
and they said, "Oh, his eyes look messed up." We've all
That's
seen
from The
people's
Flash.
eyes look messed up in
From The
photos.
Red
Flash.
eyes, fuck? Yeah.
Yeah. From
But
the
it's
Flash.
The composition is really creepy because they're not taking. What are they taking a picture of? First of all, just the hallway. Right? That's weird.
They're taking a picture of the lion.
That was a
obviously.
big thing, the Amityville horror. That was a big thing back in the day.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good movie.
Yeah, but that kid,
Yeah.
yeesh.
I will
thought
give
that was
no
creepy.
explanation beyond. I got two things. One, I will give absolutely no further explanation for, but I assure you it's true. I flipped a kid wearing a Ghostbusters outfit. He was dressed like Venkman, and I threw him onto the ground today. That happened.
Oh, but it's work. You got paid for it.
Maybe. No further explanation.
Were you at a movie set
All right, one
today?
further explanation. He was 10 years old. It would have been cruel in any other context, but we were both giggling. It was a lot of fun, I assure you. He wasn't
Okay.
giggling that much. The point is, thing two, I wanted to...
He was either giggling or gasping for air.
Begging for his mom.
Yeah, he was.
Indeed.
He was meeting his maker or laughing hysterically.
Oh.
But
And
the
the second
more
thing is I
pertinent
went
thing-
to the hospital and unfortunately the boy passed away.
Oh, no, he got up and just destroyed me, sent me right to the ER. But, the thing I want to do, let's get a bunch of skeptics together to do a one-off Ghost Hunters show. But we
Sign me up.
only give them the kind of equipment that makes it constantly look like there's ghosts all around them. Cameras with a big flash bulb.
Yeah, the
readers
heat
that-
signature gun where it's like everything is a ghost walking
Yes.
by. Oh,
and one that's
I
kind
have
of
to
faulty,
stand
so
up
it's like
for a minute.
randomly cold spots. Yeah,
Oh, that'd be funny.
just watch them like, okay, I was in the room though,
Okay,
and
let's do. I don't know how or when, but we should do an on-location episode of Left Past 10 Ghost Hunting Edition, where we are literally. Maybe it's just Jake goes somewhere with the camera, like we kept saying. We send him to the grocery store. Maybe we send him to an abandoned insane asylum to walk
I'll
around
go.
with his phone.
I'll do that. I would love to go to like a location as long as there's no other people there. I would go anywhere.
Just you?
here's
Just me, no
At
one
night.
else. Me and the camera, with the phone.
Or
Hook
we
me up
all
to the internet.
do
I'll
it.
go. I used to go to like abandoned houses and just hang out for fun. Like that's the kind of person I am.
I
So,
like to
I don't
film
get
them,
scared of that
Such a
Andrea. I film them. I
Yeah.
stop in
Yeah.
these old farmhouses, and I have tons of footage from the
Oh,
farmhouses.
that's just great.
They
You
are
ever been in like an
scary.
abandoned silo? Like, ooh, mama.
No, but abandoned cement silos in Buffalo. Yeah.
Mm.
I knew a
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
that put a
yeah.
trampoline in a silo. That was fun.
that would be both fun and somehow scary.
Yeah.
What is this horrible breath? Okay, hold the phone here.
Yeah, how do
everybody.
you know? Can you
What
smell
is
it?
this breath?
Yeah,
You're
I
gonna
can
have to
taste
You
it.
got good
you're gonna
breath.
disinfect
You
your
got
microphone.
bad breath. What is this like aesthetic, like plastic personality garbage?
The peanut butter helped the pickles
Got disinfectant.
stick around.
Oh.
Which is and that's bad. Who cares? You ate food. Like I love garlic.
It's
Oh,
supposed
you
to move
smell
on.
like garlic as an insult. I used
It's
to
the
get called,
ghost
like,
of a
garlic
pickle and
breath.
peanut
Like, what's
butter
the fucking-
sandwich.
It's
My mouth is
Nice.
haunted.
I eat good
Wait till
food.
your
Good food
stomach
smells
later
bad
on.
Sometimes I don't know what to tell you.
Matt's
Yeah,
wife
that's
won't
true.
be able to sleep with him
Just
tonight.
deal with it.
She gonna kick him right out of the bed.
It's not good. I mean, I've eaten
Oh,
other things.
Carrie.
I've eaten other things that weren't great, but
Just because I'm in the mood, let me tell you guys a related story about martial arts tournaments.
okay.
I got taught wrestling by the dirtiest son of a bee on the planet. He was a complete gentleman in all other aspects of his life, polite to everybody, but his advice to me for martial arts tournaments, like I told him like, oh, sorry, I was running behind. I just jumped out of the shower, and we were about to drive together to a tournament. He's like, you showered? Why? Who's that for? He said, grow out your beard. Get a 5 o'clock shadow. Not a beard, just stubble. Because if you're up against people, don't make it easy on them. If you can possibly not shower the day or 4 days before, do that. Have a big onion sandwich and make yourself as unpleasant as you can.
Oh boy.
I effing loved it.
Bill.
Loved
Jake,
it.
are you familiar with Bacterian?
Yes! I think he was like a DB Dragon Ball fan. Because like we'd be doing exercises and like I'd be running. There was a lake behind our gym, and I'd be running around the lake with one of the youth students on my back, and he'd be like, "Yeah, we're doing leg exercises today." And then I'd realize, like, wait a minute, TBS was showing Star Wars yesterday. I think he just watched Star Wars. Like, oh yeah, we'll do that.
There
Were
go.
you a fan of Bruce Lee?
Yes.
They
Yeah.
say he was fast, but his brother Sudden was faster. Suddenly,
Oh, yeah. Suddenly.
Mm-mm.
Da, da,
Not
da, da.
dignified that one.
very fast.
I was really a big kung fu fan. I
Heck
love
yeah.
kung fu, and I took classes in mixed martial arts for years, but
Yeah.
it was just dancing. It was a dancing class. It was great. I did it for years
Dancing
and
like
years.
lethal dancing, like you
No,
dance
it
and
was-
here's how you
Yeah, you dance
mess
and
somebody's day up. or-
yes, dancing and the movements, the kung fu movements, and it was great. It
So,
was
like,
great. I
if-
did that
was a
for 7
cha-cha
years.
champion.
No, it was Les Mills' program. It's called Body Combat.
No, I'm saying
Oh.
it tracks. Bruce Lee was a cha-cha champion.
Oh wow!
Literally, he
okay.
won contests for the
Yeah.
Speaking of good
I
movies,
thought you were
I
saying
watched
cha-cha
Shaolin Soccer
champion.
yesterday.
You were
Has anyone
watching
seen
what?
Shaolin Soccer.
Such a good
yeah.
movie.
Shaolin
Yeah, I
Soccer?
think so. Yeah.
No,
Those are crazy. Those movies are so fun.
No,
Total banger.
Cool. Cool.
Um,
Oh.
So what's
There's-
going on, everybody? Out in the
there's,
chatosphere.
I think they're really enjoying the show. We're at 100 viewers right now, which is
We're having
like
fun.
How do you
That's
tell if you're at
peak for
100
us.
viewers?
because it
Because
says it on my screen.
He's got the cumulative count.
Yeah, what
because
the fuck? How
he's
come I
running.
can't see that shit?
You
No,
want to see what I saw
because-
right before we went live?
Because
Yeah.
No.
Do we want to talk
can
about?
Sandy finish what she was saying?
Yeah,
I
I'm
wasn't
sorry, yeah.
saying
Yeah, go
anything
ahead.
of No, I wasn't saying anything important.
Well, but you're
Well, you
right.
gotta come
the-
up with something important.
No.
Now the
Yeah.
lights are on you.
Yeah.
Well, okay, Matt could show the picture of Florida. I sent Sarasota floods.
Oh yeah.
I sent
Hold
two
on.
I do wanna
videos.
see that.
Yeah, two videos. The people took them. I got them off Twitter. I downloaded them. I ripped them and I put them in a folder, storms, and then I use them for later. But
Oh, shit.
yeah, it was pretty scary. My mother lives outskirts. She didn't, but that picture of
she
her
okay?
pool, yeah, she's fine.
Oh,
The picture of
outskirts.
her pool, she was saying it's getting close to the top. And I'm like, Mom, maybe you better call your pool guy. I don't know where the water goes. She lives behind her is
Gonna do.
a big waterway.
I mean,
and
if
that's why
calling the
she
pool
has-
guy is the answer, he's
I don't
busy.
think, yeah, he's
Right?
busy. I know, but she's 90 years old. But her sense of humor with the alligator in the back, and I'm stupid and think it's real. And my family's laughing at me.
It looks
Let's
real
watch.
and is
It
designed to look real.
I
That's
know,
a reasonable
and I'm
reaction.
thinking, God damn, Ma, you got enough water coming down. She's like, oh, it's really raining. We just said, you don't go anywhere, Mom. And I asked her to come up here for hurricane season. I begged her, come here, please, just for a while. Oh, no, I'm not leaving the house. Oh, no. I've got my friend. Yeah, watch that. Sarasota, downtown.
Oh,
This is why I
brave.
don't have a car. Like,
Right.
imagine you get stuck in a flood and you have to bring your car somewhere. Fuck that shit. If I'm stuck in a flood, you know what I'm doing? I'm walking uphill because I don't have a goddamn car. Going on the second floor. I'm not lugging around this giant piece of plastic, styrofoam, and metal.
There was two of them, Matt. Yeah, this one. Look at that. All the chat. That's Sarasota.
Yo.
You never think of this happening there. And where they have all these new malls, which is really pretty disgusting down there. They ruined paradise and they put up all these malls and all of it was flooded. My mom's like, well, what do you expect? It's all concrete. There's nowhere for the water to go because they're idiots in
I got
Florida.
a friend that lives there. I got to check
Somebody
In
somebody
Sarasota?
should
Yeah.
paddle around on those streets in like a kayak. With a
That's what
megaphone.
they
they
always
do.
do
They
in my
do.
hometown, Annapolis. There's always and now it's to the point where everyone's like, "Here's the dickhead in the kayak."
No,
'Cause
be
it's
the
every
dickhead in the
fucking
kayak.
time.
Take a megaphone and just shout to all these people, this is climate change.
Yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
y'all? This is it. This is what we warned you about.
And the ocean to sea surface
More coming.
temperatures are extremely warm. And the hurricane season, I think, is going to be insane. And it does worry me because the last one, she sat down, she was in her closet for hours. Oh, and she's just so stubborn.
I was
The
in
point being,
Colorado during that
just
flood.
remind people. Oh,
Mm.
wait, did it?
100-year
flood in
flood
Colorado?
in Colorado. Yeah, it was because of all the wildfires.
Yeah.
in the year before,
Nothing. to
burnt
absorb.
everything down. So when the ice and the snow melted,
Mhm.
15-foot wall of water came down.
Right
all
down.
the
Makes sense.
streams were flooded. Bridges immediately
yeah, ain't
broke.
seen nothing yet.
That's crazy.
Everyone.
I was in I was at the highest point in the county in Longmont where I was. We were way up on a hill, and cars were stuck, and all they could do was drive around. And they're like, "How do we get out of here?" And I was like, "Well, Highway 52 at the top of Maine is open, and then they close it, and they open and they close it because the water was going right across the road." Took me 2.5 hours to get home from work. I was 20 minutes away.
Jesus.
One of my favorite
I've
things
been
about
in
humanity
snowstorms
is that,
like
like, people will experience these, like, 1 in 1,000-year bullshits, like, every, like, 2 months.
Yeah,
And then they'll
exactly.
still vote for Ron DeSantis because they're just fucking
Yes.
mindless zombies.
Oh,
who
Yeah.
you gotta defend the
probably-
border.
That
You
piece
know,
of
I mean,
shit.
if the thing with Florida is like the
Oh.
more natural disasters, the better, as far as I'm concerned. Just get rid of the whole thing. Just chop it off.
But
Yeah, but-
imagine you're.
they're not even
amputation?
having they're not even going to allow for any kind of break from the heat for the workers. and he struck climate change from anything down there,
True.
and it's just disgusting. I
Imagine.
mean, these people. I can't wait till the lawsuits come in when people start dropping dead,
Yeah.
and I don't
their-
want
and their
people to
homes get
drop
destroyed.
dead.
Like 500 or 600 people, I think I read, like died of heat-related illness or something like last year.
Oh,
Cynthia,
it's
good
already
Lord.
happening. This year, all over the world. But Greece, like we were talking about Greece, their schools are closed right now.
So
Mhm.
imagine that you are a DeSantis voter and this 1 in 1,000 year thing happens. What news source do you turn to hear about it? Maybe your local news, in which case you got a chance
You,
of finding something
maybe
out.
if they have Jeff Baradelli, the meteorologist, PhD, climate scientist,
Maybe.
who's now he's all over Twitter. He's wonderful.
Maybe.
I can't believe he's in Florida
But
reporting on climate change.
The floods, you know
If
what they're
it's-
caused? The Jewish
if-
space lasers come
if-
in, they cause the hurricanes, they cause the flood.
Exactly.
It was Obama, it was Michelle Obama,
Let's get
to
it
that
was
point.
goddamn all the Obamas.
if
was
it is a
Hussein.
next star station, i.e. conservative run, they're going to downplay it. It is the biggest local news owner in the country. They've got hundreds of stations. They're going to downplay it. If you then tune into, if it's big enough to make national news, they're going to watch it on Fox, who is going to pretend like it's not climate change. In other
Right.
words, we're calling them idiots, but they're being lied to, and they're
Of course.
basing their future decisions off that information.
And that's very
Hence
sad.
Why I would suggest going out during these things, if it happens in your area, and just shouting, "This right now is climate change." Put a buoy with a flag on it that says climate change and just float it down.
Well, I told people that in 2017 when we had a tornado, and
Good.
people say, "You had a tornado?" We laughed about the tornado warning. We're like, there's never tornadoes here." Oh yeah, trees uprooted, smashed the truck, and
I still
deck.
think I might be in the safest place, right, Sandy? Upstate South Carolina.
Did you get on Dr. Emily's website, her YouTube
Oh, no.
channel, American Resiliency? If you want to know what your state is like, safety wise, she
Did I
analyzes
check
all that.
out?
I did a
I'll
video.
send you
Yeah.
the link. She's
Yeah.
pretty.
Just post it
she's
in the
pretty
group chat.
good.
Yeah, because I think, I was just kind of looking, and I was like, wildfire, flood, hurricane, tornado, wildfire.
Where I am is
Near the-
pretty
Pretty good
good
right here.
too. Even though we had weather whiplash this week, where I am is pretty good.
But see-
and I found out they're selling property to all these people from California. And oh, I didn't tell you this. I met my first climate migrants from Texas. That I met them this weekend at a little environmental thing, right? And they came up here from Texas to buy property because it's too hot for their animals. They made 5 trips, 2 women,
Oh.
5 trips back and forth to get their horses and their
Mm.
animals. What the hell is wrong with this thing? Yeah, and so that's the first time, and I'm going to interview them because they have a story, and
That's
it's
great.
insane. Yeah, but it's not great that they're migrant. That they're all going to come up here. They're going to come up here, and sell off all our beautiful land. But that's okay. They're nice, and they bought 25 acres, so that's good.
There you go. Buy
Yeah,
those
they're living in-
25 acres.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
'cause the
living-
horses. Yeah.
Yeah, they're living in a horse trailer right now while they figure out how to build something. Nice, 2 ladies. They're like
Well-
a little older than me, I think.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm in a safe spot from climate, but this
Yeah.
state will pay other states to dump their waste here, or they'll
Oh, we have
charge
that.
other states to dump. And it's like, you
Yeah.
assholes, everything was fine.
Right. No, we have it too. Any rural place has the dumps. We got the dumps. But in the 80s, they fought a radioactive dump here and they won with civil disobedience. That video's on my channel.
Nice. Yeah, we shut down like I had anything to do with it.
Oh, no,
South Carolina
I'm
shut
involved.
down a nuclear power plant recently. Okay.
Oh.
Um.
Wait,
I'm
is that
involved
a
in
good
all that
thing, though?
local shit.
Yeah, dude, it's a good thing. It is a good thing.
Why?
I have a meeting
Nuclear-
tomorrow night.
I mean,
Here we go.
genuinely want to. I'm in the right crowd to get informed here. I was under the impression that nuclear power is generally
clean.
considered clean and safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
well,
first
it's
of all,
not.
it's nuclear, so
Mhm.
it's by definition not safe. And the only way to cleanly get rid of it is to bury it in glass containers in the desert. So like,
And it needs
it's a matter of time.
terribly enormous
That's my
amounts
problem.
of
is
water for
I don't
cooling.
trust upkeep.
It's just got to
No.
be buried long enough for the radioactive decay to happen. So if you can guarantee, like we have, when you
Fuck
talk
nuclear.
about countrywide, we have things that are expected to last for 100 years. If you've got I
No,
don't know,
those aren't good
uranium,
either.
whatever
Look,
they use.
No.
It's not like there's an argument to be made for things that are bad because there's more equally bad things. It's like
It's
we
dangerous.
just shouldn't.
No, those are good. The things that are designed to last for 100 years, those
right,
are good
but
things.
Oh, I thought you were
what's
talking
gonna
about
happen?
waste.
What's going to happen in the
No.
100 years? They have to be built where there's tons of water to cool them off. There's droughts coming. There's or floods. Look at what happened at Fukushima. You know, I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of nuclear.
Nuclear
at
power
all.
is
Not at all. Unless they
it's
come
military technology. First of
Yeah.
all, you can't have nuclear power without nuclear weapons. Which came first, the chicken or the egg, right?
up.
That's where radiation comes from.
Mm-hmm.
The
What is
arguments
the relevance,
for
though?
what's that?
It doesn't matter.
The
I want to hear the
arguments
for and against.
Sorry.
the
Jake.
arguments for nuclear or clean nuclear are always against green energy solutions like solar and windmills. They like
They're
anytime
not even green.
anytime you read about and I mean they haven't been properly
Right.
invested
Okay.
in anyway, I mean,
Right.
which is obvious, but anytime you read anyone's arguments on like go to the what was it, the clean nuclear, I forget what it was called.
Yeah,
I can share
or
links with
built
you,
with cement. Sure.
but when you go to their website and they start talking about what's good about it, they immediately go into what's bad about everything else, and they don't actually tell you what's good about it. They say it's good for jobs. So is
That
fracking.
doesn't actually, yeah.
But I don't understand that argument. So it's really weird. It's like you go into it and it's like it's not as bad as fossil fuels.
So
And
yeah.
it's and that's still just not a good enough argument. It's like lesser of
energy-
two evils.
Energy is
Well-
a problem in and of itself.
not that is good enough if it's enough better than fossil fuels. The question is, does it make our planet hotter, and can we contain the waste until
Could.
it's safe? My
I don't think
understanding,
we'll be
which I
around
may be
100,000 years. I think
Yeah,
we'll all be
that's
dead by
like
then.
100,000. It's not that
Thousands.
long.
We can't
Anyway.
contain the waste now. We have a big waste plant in West Valley here, and they don't know what to do with it. And it's been 20, 30 years we've been fucking around with that.
That's
West
the kind of
Valley.
stuff I was
But
waiting
but
to
you
hear
have
take
to
my
also
legs
think
out.
about
Okay.
the weather and the things
So
that
we-
are changing and how much water is required to cool them. It's
So it's-
not optimal.
It is a resource hog, and we
Mhm.
don't safely contain it, is what I'm hearing.
no. I
Damn it.
don't like it.
So then can I go to the other thing? Because he threw that out there, and it shatters my worldview. You said windmills and solar power
I could
are
take
not-
them better.
are not green. What
No,
then would be
Nothing
a
is there
satisfactory
is
way?
no there's no
There's a lot of
degrowth.
plastic being
Degrowth
used.
of the economy.
No. What would be a satisfactory way
For
to generate
energy?
electricity? We need hospitals. We need
Yes, that's
traffic
right.
lights.
We do.
So
Solar
so
is, I think,
Right.
the best.
But not farms that take up so much land. I'd rather have windmills than farms.
So windmills and
See, I think
solar
I
are
think
acceptable.
everything was gone about the wrong way. First of all, it's all corporate. If it had been nationalized energy through the nationalizing energy and retrofitting people's homes and not selling to a grid and not having all this bullshit anymore and scaling down our usage and changing our lives, it may be that we won't be doing what we're doing now. It may be that we're going to be kicking and screaming to change because technology is not going to solve the problems.
I personally think we should ban air travel. You should only be allowed
Yeah.
to fly a plane
down for
once a
that.
year, possibly.
pretty soon
I like that a
that's
lot.
going to change too because of the turbulence now. There are heightened turbulence and the climate is
The planes are
changing
falling
so
apart
much.
too.
Well, they are. And actually in the aviation industry right now, these executives are looking at ways to build more resilient planes because they already see that the turbulence, it's happening now. We've seen it in the news, but the turbulence are going to affect air travel. Everything is being affected. And there's the doomer in me. But I'm sorry, it really is.
Well, there's
So
an
it's scaling
uptick,
down.
but and I mean, I keep going back to the people who are pro clean nuclear are anti everything else before they get to the real
Yeah.
meat of what's so great about nuclear. Like there's a
Here's
real
why that-
uptick in what I would consider anti-activist rhetoric from people on the left. The alternative online media, politicos, whatever, they're essentially bashing the anti-nukes movement and anyone in favor of renewable energy. That to me is like, no, I mean, it is. I don't name names on the show, but I can tell
No,
you
I-
offline exactly who I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
Fair enough if there's people
Can you
bashing
post it in the
they're
private
bashing.
chat?
But the initial thing you were saying of essentially how they're selling it to the public, I agree
All right,
it's
I
not
sent
a
you
good
something else.
sign. But they're talking about their competition. So they're saying, "Hey, John Q. American, this is why you should do nuclear as the alternative to that coal
But they don't.
plant you have."
They don't get around to why nuclear is better. They just talk negatively about what you're calling the competition. It's the alternatives.
Well, they do. When they talk about it, they talk about like the amount of energy that it puts out, et cetera, et cetera.
They
But
call
I mean,
it
I'm not.
green nuclear deal.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
You know what I mean?
The only
It's just a
argument I've
gaslight
heard
lie.
for nuclear energy is like a
Greenwashing.
speed argument. Like we could theoretically build them to like get off of fossil fuels at a quicker rate. But
Fair.
like I don't buy that. Like I you know, that's the only argument I've heard that's even like legitimate to me personally, but like I just feel like that's just a where you place your resources problem, you know, like
The argument that swayed me, if I'll say this: you guys all put up great arguments. The one that got me, the one that made me go, okay, I'm default non-nuclear until further notice, was the consuming of water. Good point. Can't drink it
Lots.
after you run it over plutonium.
No, and you have to have tons of it. And in a drought, what do? You know.
They say this is a quote: "The war on nuclear power is a war on the planet."
Greenwashing,
What?
bullshitting.
The gas
Gaslighting.
industry wins and
That's
the planet loses when activists wage war on clean power. That's directly from
Yeah,
their website.
that's
Nuclear waste
nonsense.
storage is safe and clean. To say otherwise is pushing anti-science and propaganda for fossil fuels.
Mm-mm.
And they
I don't
call
buy
it
that.
recycling. They say it can be recycled.
Yeah, but that's getting angry
Not yet.
about.
They don't have
I mean-
the technology yet. They
Let
don't
me-
have those new
Let me
things they're talking about.
reframe this. Imagine it's 10 years from now, and out of necessity, because we literally had no other choice, we were that irresponsible, suddenly all kinds of townships are investing in windmills and solar panels.
Yeah, look at the
Whoever
video I
makes
sent
one,
you, Matt.
whoever makes one is going to say bad stuff about the other.
Mm.
And we can't let that make us be like, I don't want to do windmills anymore. They're saying solar panels aren't good.
Well,
but they're all capitalist scum. And they're all
solar
going to try to
panels-
get you to not buy the other thing.
Solar panels taking up land in these gigantic solar parks is hideous, and they want and it wrecks biodiversity. They're not, and then
Okay,
you
so-
need all the stuff to mine, the lithium, all the different things to mine to get it, and they're now mining Thacker Pass, which is in the desert out west, and they're destroying the ecosystem.
So you
out
need
there.
batteries. You need to be able to.
Well, you
This
have
is
to,
why we
right?
need to invest in renewable energy, because if you can create batteries to hold the power, then you would need a lot less of these like solar farms and whatever.
Yes.
But so I'm glad you
Okay.
brought up capitalism though, because how do you dispose of nuclear waste without relying on either private corporations, which are incentivized to maximize profits, right?
way we originally did it.
Or
Government
government, which is incentivized to minimize costs and cut corners. Like, why do
Yeah.
we all of a sudden
No,
trust
whoa,
corporations and government?
Government
I
is
don't.
not incentivized to minimize costs and cut corners.
Well, the
Oh,
it's
really?
the
The
iteration of the
Yeah.
government.
Not with something that big, but they still can't, I'm not anti-solar. Wait, anti-corporates asked me. No, in fact, I have a backup. I have solar panels. I have a backup EcoFlow Delta Max too. But I'm anti-farms, gigantic farms. I think
Solar
it was
farms?
all done wrong. It should have been on buildings. It should have been changed to buildings and homes and privatized. I mean, nationalized energy.
But in
Not the
course
way
of
it
this
is.
nuclear,
conversation, I am no longer pro-nuclear. So we're
I
I
mean,
can
it
defend
doesn't-
the individual points. It's just the
it doesn't
you guys
solve
beat me.
global warming. It may be better than fossil fuels, but it doesn't do anything to solve global warming. It just is less harmful than fossil
no.
fuels.
That's what does something to solve global warming. It does do
Yeah,
something.
but that's
it
not
doesn't
fucking
do
good
everything.
enough. It's not gonna.
But no,
it's not gonna solve the problem. You know,
No,
I
it's
just want
like
us to
there
think
is-
about this in a way.
it's like I
that-
don't need stitches. I got band-aids.
No, it's like I need stitches on this arm and I could use a band-aid on this cheek. Like saying this isn't enough, so we shouldn't do it at all. I don't track with that logic. I do again want to stress I'm no longer in favor of nuclear power plants, but that specific logic it doesn't match. You know what?
Do not
Solar panels
read.
don't do enough. Windmills don't do enough. Walking to work instead of driving your car doesn't do enough, but collectively we solve the problem.
There was
Stop having too many humans on the planet.
there was
Yeah,
an
it's like when you
article.
turn your
we got to
neighbor,
abolish
kill 'em.
capitalism. We got to
I mean, there's a lot-
depopulate. There's too many people. And
I
we got to
read-
stop buying a bunch of garbage, stop plastic consumption, stop
Empower
travel, all this
women.
stuff.
Get rid
What
of
do
the
you
patriarchy.
call the nuclear where the smoke comes out? What are those things called?
the
Stack.
reactors?
Yes.
The
So there was an
reactor.
article I was reading that was like pro nuclear, and they showed some reactors and it was like sunset, and they're like, look at, and the person was like, I love seeing those beautiful landscapes at sunset with the reactors, and I was like, what?
Yuck.
And I was like, that's what's beautiful about that? Just, I mean, okay, whatever. If you got to sell it, that's a pretty hard sale, but I don't know. Anyway,
The
I
giant
did send you
gray
a-
cylinders, man.
there's
they're
like
so
a point of no return.
But I did send you a video
Yeah,
by
it's building the
me
plant.
in Wyoming County. There's a lot of windmills, and they are majestic, and I film them all the time when I go by. If all that land was solar panels, it would be rendered useless. But I know there are countries that are starting to be innovative and putting solar panels in their parking lots and the parking garages and doing all that, using space to do that. That's not going to take up all of our green space and destroy everything.
It's funny. Everyone in my neighborhood has solar on their roofs.
Can I float an idea to
Deeply
you guys?
red place.
And,
Yeah.
and see if you guys think this is actually practical or not.
Okay.
What do you think of the government essentially paying for all the solar panels people care to install on their own homes
Yeah.
and businesses?
Fuck
It's
yeah.
national. It should be nationalized.
At a
yeah.
minimum,
It
this is
should
what
be
they did
enforced.
in Colorado.
Mhm.
That you buy the solar panels and it rolls into
Tax
your
break.
mortgage. So you sell the house, you sell the payments on the mortgage panels.
I like that. I
That
like
and, like there's a
tax
bunch
breaks,
of
too.
creative ways they could do it, but instead they're like oil. You know?
Yeah. We just
Coal.
got to get rid of Republicans. Want to save the earth? Get rid of conservatives.
But when I
I'm
said
gonna
point
say
of
we
no,
got to get rid of all of them because I think the only option is we got to just destroy the entire system of capitalism, nation or globally. I think anything less than that's not going to cut it.
and when
We don't
I
have too
said
much time.
Right
we got like
on,
30 or
Rufus.
40 years before it's all over. The Middle East is going to be uninhabitable by the end of the century. Like, how are we going to solve any of these problems when we have billions of people who have no place to call home? Like, it's not going to make anything easier.
Trying
Like,
would help.
When you think about it, we're at the easiest moment to do something and nothing's being done. So
yeah, when
The easiest
and when
we'll ever have again. Yeah.
when I
Yep.
said point of no return, I meant there's a point of no return where you do have to sort of invest in nuclear now, because what are you going to do with it? Where's it go?
Well, the existing
You
plants,
have
yeah, you got
that's
no
what I'm
choice.
saying. So
Yeah.
like the
Sorry,
more you
Ohio.
do that, the more of the point of no return just gets closer and you know what I mean? It's like
The point of no return.
I
it
don't,
doesn't.
but I'm not terribly bright.
No, I'm just saying, like, if it's
It might
already a
not
be.
problem where you
Then-
can't get rid of it, you have to use nuclear to get rid of nuclear or whatever, like to recycle it, then
God.
or buried in the ground. Then the more you
That's
use
where
it,
I don't
the more you
follow.
invest. What?
Why would you
Burying
need
it
to
in the
get?
ground?
No. Why would you? Why would it increase so you build the plant, and now you have to have a plant because it does not turn off.
Well, why are
That
they
I
trying to
get.
build
That-
more plants? Why
no,
are they
let's
trying to
stick with
put
this.
plants in every
You
state?
build a plant. You have to upkeep the plant. You're paying for that. No
Yeah.
choice because it does not turn off. But why does that mean you have to build
More
another
waste?
plant? I don't follow.
Oh, I don't know, but they are. They're trying to build them all over the place. That's what they're.
Oh yeah.
They're saying.
Well, that's
Their arguments
salesman.
are: don't worry about the best methods. Just build. Just do it. That's what they're
I
saying.
hate
They're and man, I could link you up to the episode I
Kansas.
watched where I was like, I can't believe I'm watching this.
Well,
But they
Send me
they,
a link. I'm curious.
they say there's all these different ideas out there and concepts for how the best process and how we should do this, and our take is just move, just pick one and go, because it's more jobs and it's more profit. That's literally what they said. And I was like, I can't believe I'm fucking hearing this from a lefty.
well, it
Oh,
depends on
God.
who it was. You know.
Did you see the private chat? That's who it is.
I have a lot of problems with the private chat.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
Meat-
see. I
meat
can't see
For
it.
one.
Oh,
Well, I
okay. I
mean,
see who it is.
I
yeah.
referenced the earlier interaction we were talking about.
Well, there's this shill for nuclear that is, his name is Schellenberger, and he acted like, came out and wrote book, and he has websites. That's all he does, but he's not a lefty. He says he's a lefty, but he's not a lefty. He's
I
a
hate that.
shill.
But I
He's a
mean, look,
shill.
from way back.
He's
but
a
just
shill.
personally, if somebody was going
Michael
to sit down and
Schellenberger.
tell me exactly, let's say the CEO of this clean or green nuclear deal, whatever, was going to sit down and tell me exactly what was good about it, I'm listening. And I did listen, and they never got to it. You know what I mean?
that
They just
part.
went back to the stuff that they hated about everything else. And I was like, but hold on. Well, I'm sitting here listening, like, you tell me what's good about it. And they were like, the other stuff is dangerous. It's anti-job. It's anti-science. It's anti-planet. And I was
I
like,
hate the
"That's
jobs
crazy."
argument. Like, first of all, we
Yeah.
should have 0 jobs. Jobs should not
And
be
they
a
say
thing. The idea that
anti-union.
you do something you don't want to do for a living is just like, I don't know, that to me is called slavery. Like, we should have hobbies. Like, yeah, like people are going to exist that are interested in creating technology. That's great. Why does that have to
Oh,
be a
but
job? What
We
is
have
this? Oh,
gross
we need a
domestic
job.
product. We
I'm
have
just
to
not-
get that GDP,
I'm just not
growth,
buying
growth,
the-
growth.
Clean part. Because
It's
it's
not
not any
clean.
cleaner or dirtier than it was. It's just
Not. None of it's clean.
as long as it's in a glass
Clean
coffin in
coal.
the desert,
Yeah.
then we're fine. That's clean. I don't
Yeah.
know if
That's look. I'm not saying that's good, but that's better than coal
but it's
for
I-
sure.
We're net. They talk about getting to net zero, but even if we get to net zero, which is not going to happen, but even if we do, there's still 20 years of carbon in the pipeline after that. That's still going to be up there and out. So we're not going to get to net zero. It's so complicated. There's so much to this whole thing.
This
here.
show's all over the place. Do you want to go
Yeah.
somewhere else? Do you wanna-
Okay.
Check
Yeah.
this. This is what I saw.
go
You
to
guys know
Canada.
who George Latimer is?
Vaguely.
You're going to get me all mad about Jamal Bowman. I was on the Our Revolution call the other night. I watched she
damn it,
did.
Quentin.
Of course she did. They're all doing it because he's getting
So
APAC money.
infuriating. It
I-
makes me look at that picture they used.
I'm so mad. Fuck her. I'm so angry. I was on
I'm
the
sorry.
Our Revolution with Jamal
we go.
Bowman the other night, and I was asking my people, please just volunteer if you can phone beg for him. I did it. My brother and his kid were volunteering for Jamal.
This is
He's
like
getting
Sandy's pickle and
fucked.
peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah, I'm so angry because I
So,
like Jamal,
here's the
but he's
thing.
getting
What-
fucked.
what was
Here,
And
here's
George
the
Just bumps him 2
Latimer,
points.
Westchester
Okay.
County.
George Latimer is taking money from literal Trump
Uh-huh.
supporters.
Yes.
Big donors. They are
Yeah.
giving millions of
The
dollars to
Westchester
this guy.
County
This
executive.
bitch
It's
who
not
makes her
just the
entire identity
pro-Israel
about hating
PACs.
Trump is like now funding Trump candidates.
But he's a
basically.
Democrat. He's the
There
Westchester
are-
County executive. He represents big money.
There are invites that have gone out saying, I'm a Republican. I will vote for Trump. But when it comes to this race, I'm voting for George Latimer. And that's just in the primary. He
so
will be
angry.
abandoned in the general because all these guys will go back to funding their
So
Republican.
angry.
They just want to put the right establishment guy in there to get rid of
In the
Jamal
Congress.
Bowman because
Right.
anything's better than him.
It's making me cry. I love Jamal, and he's real. And all
Shout outs
these
to the fire
idiots
alarm.
on Twitter, all these fucking morons on Twitter are putting this argument that Jamal is anti-Semitic. You know that shit because you happen to not like a war
Have
that
they
is
said
slaughtering
that
people.
George Latimer is clean? I'm
I don't
just
know.
kidding.
My brother said he watched the debate. He said Latimer did okay, but he's a slick talker. He was, Westchester County, big money.
This is another part of like why I go back to the Americans are just really fucking stupid.
Really
thing,
fucking
because like
stupid.
what's the percentage of Americans that vote in primaries? Like 12% or some fucking garbage. Like what the fuck is
Hey,
this?
which debate
What
are
are
you
we
talking
doing
about?
here?
Wait a minute. Oh, go ahead.
No, I
That's
was
all I
gonna
got.
say which debate are you talking about? Because John from San
Mm-hmm.
Antonio, he and I showed like 20 clips from a debate from like a month ago. Is that the one you're talking about, Sandy? The Latimer
no, it was
Bowman.
yeah. My
It wasn't
brother's-
like just recently. It was like a couple of weeks ago, like
yeah.
3 weeks ago, maybe. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, Jake. If you're not up to speed on this, you should watch that episode just because of all the clips we
Yeah.
showed. That really does
Yeah.
shed a lot of
I
light.
watched the last
Latimer,
half of that. but
conservative.
I watched the first. It was good.
Hillary Clinton.
I
they
have
say
an alternative
Elliot
theory.
Engel should have won.
You have
They're
an
actually
alternate of
saying that
theories?
Bowman should not have won against Elliot Engel. He beat Elliot Engel fair and square.
Is someone who doesn't know what they're talking about saying that?
That's what's happening on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
All right.
fucking
That's
Twitter.
yeah.
Stupid
It's
fuckers.
Twitter people. Okay.
That's like I was
Okay.
at
So,
Walmart
I-
at 3 a.m. and they had a lot to say about,
I have an alternative
All
theory
right.
because
Just-
you were
I'm
saying
very
they don't
angry over
want
this.
they don't want Jamal Bowman at all, and that's why they're doing it.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
think that's probably correct, but I want to yes and that. I notice they're doing something that the Democrats did last election cycle and this election cycle, which is funding the candidate that they think is most likely to lose.
Right.
What does
Yeah,
that
yeah,
tell
yeah.
you
Yeah.
about a centrist candidate?
Yep.
God, I'm so
And that's the one where they
fucking
go, well, he could never beat Trump, or he could never beat so and so. And you're right, that is what it is. They also, at any cost, don't want any sort of, they call it a squad, we call it a progressive caucus in government. And they don't want anything like that in Congress.
right.
Um,
Latimer would never have run if the war hadn't happened, and Jamal would have just been unopposed for Congress and run against whatever Republican schmuck they put up.
What really makes me upset is that Latimer's taking the money.
Hmm.
He must know what we know, right? That they're like what
yeah.
you just said, Jake. Like, is he so delusional that he's like,
No, they don't
They're all
care.
They want me
losers.
to
They
can't
want to
promise
get him
you that
in
he'd lose.
because he represents, the rich Westchester people that are, big donators.
No, but
He's just
Sandy,
taking
Matt's
the money.
saying why would Latimer run if he's going to lose? And
He's
my
not going to
answer-
lose.
That's the point.
No, to
to-
keep taking
you mean
money
to the
from
Republican?
He's taking
Yeah.
MAGA money.
Yeah.
My answer to that is
Because
one,
they
they're
hate
not
Bowman and they're
paying
racist.
him directly. They're doing PACs to pay for ads on his behalf without his
Right.
consent. Two, though, I'm sure he would if given the opportunity because it's not guaranteed that he'll lose. It's just that they think they are confident enough, the Republicans, that he'll lose, that they're willing to literally
It
bet their
has
limited
backfired.
But
funds
who's
on
it going to lose against? You mean the Republican candidate
Yes,
in the
in the
con?
general.
No,
In the
it'll
general.
never happen in that area. It's a left area.
But
That's
they,
Westchester
but
County
my
and the
point
Bronx.
is point is the funding isn't
Right.
just going to this Democratic primary challenger without at some
No.
point deviating back toward the Republican in the general. I
Right.
assume. But it
I
has
don't even know who
backfired.
that is.
Summer Lee, her campaign in
Mhm.
Pennsylvania, she
Mhm.
won. And they tried the exact same thing. It wasn't even Israeli PACs because they were like, we're going to put that money into the Bowman opposition, right? But
Mhm.
like the Republican donors were
CPAC.
supporting her
Yeah.
her
Opponent.
challenger. I almost
Mhm.
said incumbent. She's Summer Lee's the incumbent.
Yeah.
But they were trying to back her challenger, and they lost. That's a lot of money, and that's happened a couple of times. It has, which just shows that they have money to burn. But if I were in a perfect world, Latimer would be like, I know I'm not getting that money directly, but I still
Jesus.
am not cool with this.
In a perfect
I don't
world,
want money
he
from those
wouldn't have
donors, and
even
he's not going to
run.
say that.
Yeah, in a
at
perfect
all.
world, that
He
fucker
wouldn't have
wouldn't be
even
around.
run.
In
I blame
politics.
this fucking stupid war for manipulating Americans all over the place. This has nothing
Again.
to do with anti-Semitism one bit.
We learned nothing from 2003. It's happening again. We're so easy to dupe, and we never learn. We gotta change. Good Lord.
That's why, I agree with going after those in power, but also I love to go after the Americans because Americans deserve to get their ass kicked. They're all fucking stupid. They're uneducated,
Yeah,
ignorant,
at some point you got to
illiterate
know you're
fucking
being
losers.
lied to.
At some
Yeah.
point, exactly. You got to know
Like,
that the
grow
fucking
up.
guy who's like laughing at you behind your back is actually laughing. Like, I'm sorry,
like
am I supposed to just
WWE
believe
marks.
90% of Americans are brain dead, rocks in their brains, fucking moron zombies? If you want me to believe that, not you, anyone, but just specific. Like, I'm down to believe that, but I personally, I think that Americans can be better, and so that's why
Yeah.
I strive to attack America at all costs.
Fair.
And I hate, just in summary, I hate America, but I also hate Americans. Thank you.
Well, I
Fair.
will add
for
to
me.
that. I will say to that.
Just don't twist the knife too much.
Okay. You know what? They're
Thank
still
you.
on our side or
Woo,
whatever.
we've been
you know?
2 hours, and I'm like
Lord.
riled up.
But no,
Roll
we
credits.
covered it all. Look who's
Yeah.
buying up the local stations. Look, oh, there he goes. Okay, so we covered it all, literally.
Yeah.
One guy came in late,
Bye,
left
Jake.
early, didn't eat peanut butter and pickles. No,
Right.
but you
fuck
see
was
who's
that?
buying up the local TV stations. You see who's supporting centrists who they hope won't even win, right? And you see why they're doing it. It's capitalism. It's just gross.
Yeah,
it's
we
greed.
just hate
Anyway.
it all. I
Just to
hate
be
it
clear,
all.
I live in America, so I attack Americans, but I'm sure Europeans are just as fucking stupid. They're electing fascists left and right, and like fucking
Everybody is.
Italy and like Germany's going full
Yep.
Nazi again with their unabashed support for the Nazis in Israel. Like these fuckers, like they're just dumb. Not to mention Brexit. Like, what the fuck was going on there? Like, Europeans really fucking stupid. It's just I don't live there,
Well,
so I have less
gaslit
information.
and manipulated, just like we are, just like every other country. Russians are as manipulated and propagandized as we are. Everybody is. What happened to Jake?
I don't
Jake?
know. His internet went out.
He did his Jake's it. Jake does a Jake's it. He just.
I was gonna
goes.
thank him for
Chinatown.
having the alternative opinion too.
Well, yeah, but we
All three
kind
of
of
us.
bulldozed him. But I'll send him some links and make
That's
sure.
what we
Bulldozed
do on the
them
left.
Just like the
Yeah.
idea.
We do.
That's
We
what
eat
we
each
do.
other. We are.
Cease
we eat
and
our own.
desist.
We eat our own. No, but I have links that he should see. I have material. He should just talk to Mila. My gosh, she knows everything. She's the
Oh,
biggest.
Mila
done.
hates nuclear.
Yep. She does
Watch
the show
Solartopia.
Solartopia.
Mhm.
Yeah, Solartopia. Yep.
There was really a clip on that same show of Sam like being like crazy growling. It was
Like a
wild
demon of some kind.
because I was
possessed.
freaked out watching that show, and then that came around. And I was like, oh man, I'm even more freaked out.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've been 2 hours, guys. I'm
I
probably
would
going
love
to be
to
the
debate
next.
Sam Cedar. Bring him on here. The cease and
right.
desist. My asshole cease and desist. Give me a goddamn break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna Sandy's it. So I'm going to.
I was gonna
Okay,
say
dude.
that's it.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, guys, it is past Mama's bedtime. It is definitely past
Oh.
Mama's bedtime. Yes, Mama's been cleaning and growing and picking weeds and doing. Oh, he's back. You came back?
Jake
I just
looks
didn't-
like one of the kids from ET right now.
I was gonna go with Ted Kaczynski. That's so much cuter. Oh, Sandy, you look
On their
gorgeous.
Do you
now.
want to be Ted Kaczynski? He's like the hero of a lot of doomers.
Oh God.
Oh, yes. Without the bombs, of course. You know.
I have a ski mask that I made when I was a little kid that my
Nice.
mom just sent me.
That's
Ah.
incredible.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I wanted to hit you
Fits.
guys with the Jakes at least once today, but oh my word, it's good.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh, other
Look
way.
at that. Andrea, you've
There you
got
go.
to see. I put these glasses on, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
I have this English accent.
I should have done the whole show like this. Then I
Yeah.
wouldn't have been able to eat that fucking sandwich.
Come on, Andrea. Don't you have a hat?
I don't have any hats on. Oh, I do.
You got your pens in your hair? There, she's got her
just have a
tinfoil.
tiny
Yeah, I like
fez.
it. All right, Jake, you're the. Okay, what do you got?
A tiny fez. Oh, but it's green.
Tiny fez.
I love that Andrea is like,
Can't
no,
see
yeah, I
her
have
with
a
the green
tinfoil
screen."
hat right here.
Yeah, of course.
Jake, I'm going to be sending you some linky links to
Yes,
some
ma'am.
interesting
I did want to
people.
say, you guys, you did not bulldoze me, and if you did, I literally asked for
Deserved
it,
it.
and you changed my opinion. Well done.
Well, you have to learn more. We can't just change it in one show. You want to learn the science.
You did.
You really want to learn the
You
science.
successfully changed my opinion. You made an argument that made me think,
yeah, and I'm not an
all right.
expert. I'm just ranting. So definitely
Right,
look
but,
into it.
But you know, we've all learned. We all know things. And
What are you doing with an ice cream cone on your head?
It looks cute.
Can rocking it out, nailing it, pulling it off. That's what I'm doing.
Hell yeah. You got the thinking cap.
Ah, okay.
Stranger
we've all-
Things.
We've
thinking
all
cap.
got something.
Yeah. Stranger Things is canceled because they're all Zionists. So
Oh no!
Oh,
do
wow.
it now.
Oh,
I was hoping they were just
fuck.
stupid kids who didn't know better.
Nah, that's what they all say.
Ah. All right, guys. I am going to.
Okay.
Mama's got to go. Mama's got to go. I am tired.
Gotta go
And
harvest the
yes.
pickles.
See you, buddy.
now
We
tomorrow
might-
I have to finish up all kinds of shit. So
We might need to talk about some scheduling in the very near future here, like permanent new scheduling. Just
Whoa.
throwing it out there.
Yeah,
It'll
it's my
be-
bad.
Are we gonna have to
No.
change the name?
left
For
past
me,
9.
Just please check the Discord. I'm gonna
Yeah.
make you all hip to what's going on.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not bad.
I love being hip. I'm always hip.
I have a painful hip. I
Oh,
I'm
my
gonna
hips are great.
officially announce.
have a painful hip.
I'm going to officially announce it in my members only live stream
Yep.
this coming Tuesday, 11 a.m. Eastern. But I'll tell you
Okay.
folks on the Discord first.
Mhm.
Yo. Okay.
Don't worry, everyone.
Just some
I'll-
stuff is
I'll
gonna have
leak
to-
it. There's gonna be a leak, an insider leak. It's gonna
I'm
Okay.
still having like terrible, like
No, you're not. Give me
involuntary.
a fucking oh, I'm burping. Oh, it's the worst thing in the world. Oh.
It's like clean new pickle.
Yeah, pickles are fucking good. They're better the
See you,
second
Sandy.
time. Bye bye, Sandy.
Ugh.
You could have, if you would have choked on that sandwich and died, Andrea would have been at your funeral like, "You baby."
He's lying.
Yeah, I mean, I know
Loves
that
it.
this
He's
fucker
moving.
is lying. Fucking choking on a pickle. Who
Give
I
me a
actually
piece of
almost
glass.
Died
He's
choking on a pickle
breathing.
once. Y'all ever see
you
these
gotta
like
chew.
at the gas station? They have these giant pickles and like these plastic pouches. You ever see these?
Oh,
Well, I ate,
yeah,
I
yeah.
ate one once.
Hot ones.
And it was a little, it was a big pickle, I thought, you know what? I have experience with this kind of thing. I thought I could take it, but I could not, and I almost choked to death and died. And I had this like large pickle like stuck in my throat, and I swallowed it down. I couldn't breathe, but I like drank a bunch of fucking like it was like Mountain Dew, something like I just stole someone's Mountain Dew, and now I'm here to tell the tale. And even then, I will say I would do it again.
Those pickles are delicious. If they're hot ones, especially. Literally, the brand is called Hot Ones, and they're so.
I
good.
forget what
They're so good.
specific brand it was, but it was a hot pickle, so it might have been that one.
Yeah. Back in the day, at a job I was working at, in the break room, they had a place that would like sell things out of a little cooler, and I would get a pickle every single day because it was so good. I thought that was a more interesting story when I started to tell it, and then
It's a
I
good
realized it
story.
wasn't.
Anything
Hey,
that
it's
involves
nostalgia.
pickles.
That's fine. You can be nostalgic.
It was
about
not
stuff.
the whole pickle. I bit it in half, so it was half a pickle. But it was, girthy. It was a very, I mean,
Substantial pickle.
It's a double wide.
well, that's the thing, like thought I can handle it, but I was mistaken. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean,
Well, as long as it was hot. That's
It
how they
was.
advertise it.
my esophagus was not having a good time.
I don't know if I
Okay?
approve of the individually wrapped.
I don't
Classic
approve of
rap
it.
thing,
It was
but-
it was an experiment. I tried every single
Different
flavor
time.
like 7 times. Now I don't need it
Different
anymore.
time.
Yeah.
Was it like a year ago?
Oh, no, the time I choked, that was like
Oh.
4 or 5 years ago.
I love the way Jake is like, it's a different time.
Yeah.
Like 2020.
Technically, yesterday was a different time. An hour ago was a different time. I just say that for anything, really. Sorry, I said that. It was a different time.
Every day I still question, does the past even exist? That's such a weird
mean,
thing to think about.
It is, man. Yes and no. It's a genuine question. You guys remember we had that scientist on, and we just bugged him. I say we generously to myself there. We just bugged him with like metaphysical stuff. I miss that. I want to do that again.
Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get him back on to talk about nuclear and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Need like an expert.
Yes.
Sandy's an expert, but we need like somebody who like gets graded on it.
Yeah.
How
I mean,
cool
Sandy's
is
an
it?
expert, but we need a real expert.
No, somebody
Well,
who's like,
She's also a friend is the issue. So
Yeah,
if we're
it's biased.
if we're doing the Always Sunny episode where it's like they set up a court in the bar, how cool is it that we get to like actually call in expert witnesses? Be like, you're like, no. You know what? I've got Matt Binder here. Matt, break down for us Elon Musk jet travel. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
that's awesome.
Hey, we should wrap it up though.
Fair.
What you guys got anything going on? I got Mike Figueredo of the Humanist Report coming on Monday to talk about his new book that's out. Second edition.
I'm not
book,
even
but
surprised anymore. You
That's
get the
gonna be
best
cool.
guests.
We got to get him on this show. What the fuck? You got to ask him on your show to bring him on this
I
one?
will not get to interview him if you don't ask him to come on.
Sometimes he does just chatting when we go
Ooh.
live. And so I'm like, well, dude, if you're just chatting, hang out with us. But yeah,
I will
can
not
ask
be
him.
doing it above it all this week. I'm taking a break.
Fair.
Cool. I have an announcement on Tuesday, members only, and then I'll roll that out to everyone else.
Groovy. I'm excited for the Discord. I am returning to doing regular shows. I don't want to announce anything yet because I thought I would be home at 9:30 today, and I wasn't.
Wow.
So, you'll know them when they start showing up. You'll
Yeah,
know
I
they're
like
there.
the Rocky Balboa look, by the way.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Straight from the meat locker over here.
I look like if Rocky Balboa made his money at a truck stop around midnight.